What? Yo, 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 yo. All right, all right, all right. What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? Y'all ready for it? Said y'all ready for it or what? Blam. There I go right there. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? As promised, we going live every single Wednesday. So make sure y'all tune in and hit that notification bell. Also, subscribe to the channel too. Definitely will be appreciated. Like the video, hit the super chat, all types of ish. That really makes me appreciate y'all on the real. Today we talking about the Russian guy. A lot of you guys, I'm sure, have heard what's going on in Kenya, Ghana, all throughout Africa, all throughout the world. And then we're also going to be talking about some rumors that I heard about dear brother Auston Holleman. Okay, so we definitely going to talk about all that in just a bit. Before we begin, I want to make sure everybody knows that we are live streaming from a few different platforms. We got the kick.com/traveltriberaw. We have the YouTube, Travel Tribe Raw, the hub, the base, where we get all the great supporters, and many other platforms as well. So go ahead and check out my social media accounts, y'all. Check out my social media accounts. Right here we have, let me show you guys real good on the screen. Let me show it to you real cool. Hold on. Give me a second. We gonna get it right. We gonna get it right. No problem. No problem. We gonna get it. Blam. We gonna do it like that. So check out the Patreon link in the description. We also have the social medias, of course. I'm on X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Kick, as previously mentioned. And my email for any inquiries, traveltriberaw@gmail.com. All right, y'all. So that's everything. That's everything for right now. And the Patreon does have some very good, juicy content. I mean, we got it where we talking to the ladies, but we not hiding no cameras. Everything's consensual in this one, unlike the Russian brother, right? So, anyways, y'all, very sad state of affairs that we see. Certain African countries are in right now. We about to talk about it right now. Let me do my audio checks, my visual checks. You guys, let me know if I'm coming in clear. Y'all let me know if I'm coming in clear and good. All right. So, by the way, this is a call-in show. As you guys can see on your screen, the link is inside of the comment chat area. And shout out to Calvin, man. Calvin is a great supporter of the channel, as well as many other good members that we have here. And Calvin sent in $20 on the Cash App. Cash App is at $Travel Tribe Raw. If anybody feels so obliged to hit the Cash App, go ahead and do that as well to show some support. So let's go ahead and talk about it, right? We got to talk about this. It's a mess, y'all. It's a mess. This whole situation is a goddamn mess, man. I mean, when I tell you guys one of the messiest messes, it's really like that. So I don't know if any of you guys heard what's going on, but as you guys can see on the left side of your screen, we have a Russian guy here, right? And this Russian guy has been accused of some very heinous crimes, from not only spreading diseases to different women across Africa and across the world, but also secretly recording women. Yeah, secretly recording women while doing the do. Okay, that's the best way we can say it on this YouTube platform, right? And it's just unfortunate, man. It's just unfortunate because, I'm gonna be honest, and this is something that I haven't really told a lot of you guys, but the truth is that White guys do very good in Africa. This is just the truth, God damn it. People may not talk about this that much, but if you're a white guy and you're looking to get out of your country because you're like, damn, these ladies here are too, crazy, they're too much feminist, all this BS. Man, I've been all around the world. Let me tell you, I have seen white guys get a certain level of respect throughout Africa that is not given to any other type of man. Not even the African men get this certain type of respect and love and submission that sometimes the white guy will give. Now, of course, you have, a certain variety of African women that are, going to look at these white guys as gods. But man, if I'm a white guy, I want to go to a country where they're going to look at me as, the head honcho. You feel me? So I don't blame the white guys for going to Africa and, going ahead and being with ladies that view them as maybe godlike or superior or, more masculine, whatever the women in these African countries have, towards their lust for the white man. I'm not here to judge them for that per se, right? I'm not even mad at the white guy for that, in business, if you have you sell ice, right? That's a bad example because ice in America is, it's a horrible situation. A lot of people don't. Anyways, it's a lot going on with ice, but we're talking about the physical ice, right? You got physical ice, and you're trying to sell ice inside of a, you know, country that's extremely cold. It's just kind of dumb, right? People are going to go where they're valued, right? You know, so I don't blame the white man for going to these African countries and being with these African women. If there's a certain subsection of women that are in Africa that view these white guys as gods and superior, I'm not mad at that. You feel me? Go where you're appreciated. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But the issue with this white guy in particular is he decided to go to, Africa and secretly record these women, while doing the do and selling the footage of him doing the do. Now, you guys know I have been through many countries, right? And I have a podcast with these ladies where I'm out here, speaking to the ladies. We having a good time chatting it up. We talking, kicking it, good content, definitely some good content. But the one thing I have never done is secretly record women, without their consent. You know what I'm saying? And my content don't even get to any type of adult film kind of content, right? So to just know that this white dude was traveling around Africa doing this stuff is pretty distasteful. I'm not gonna lie, because the dude could have had it all, man. You could have had it all, rolling in the sweet. You know what I'm saying? The African bodacious women, and you effed up being greedy. Yo, man, this white boy done messed it up for all the white boy passport bros, man. I'm telling you guys. I mean, just imagine you as a white man, you're looked at already as a god inside of Africa. For a lot of African countries, if we're just going to be honest, African dudes have even told me this, that the white man is viewed as more superior than everybody else inside of Africa. This is just a fact. Just a fact. So you get into one of these countries, these African women, they're going to you, they're looking at you like a god, they love you, they want to smash you, all this stuff. You got the best case scenario. But due to your overly lustful self and due to the greed of man, he done cooked himself, y'all. He cooked himself. He cooked himself. Godly, man. I tell you, this dude done messed up. Uh okay, I see. Thought you said you had secret cams for insurance purposes. Oh, Danny H says, I thought you said you had secret cams for insurance purposes, bro. Yeah, that's the thing. I've never actually said that. Okay. So it's important to quote people correct. Okay. Because we don't want, people like myself being put in the same bag as sick individuals like this, white Russian guy that has decided to travel to Africa. Now, I do keep security cameras with me as I travel around the globe. This isn't just in Africa. This is whether I'm in Europe, South America. as I travel to these regions and these continents, it's important for me to have security inside of my apartment. You never know if that maid that goes into your place is maybe grabbing some things while she's cleaning up. You just never know who's going to go back inside of your place. If you have an Airbnb, you never know if the host is going to go and maybe dilly and dally with some of your valuable trinkets, right? So, this is why I keep a visual security camera that is out in the open in my living rooms as I travel around the globe. It's very important. And I urge all you men to follow suit and do the exact same as me, because I'll tell you guys this, you don't want to be caught lacking without it. We'll just keep it at that. You don't want to be caught lacking without it. I don't really carry valuables as I travel like that, but some things, I like laptop, maybe I don't want them touching. I don't want it to all of a sudden disappear and go missing. So yeah, I keep that security camera, and I never sell the footage of what is on my security camera as well. See, the thing about, this guy, this Russian guy, and excuse me for a second. Excuse me. Mm. All right, excuse me, guys. The thing about this Russian guy is that he was allegedly secretly recording these women with those meta glasses, or maybe different types of little trinkets. He was doing this with thousands of ladies, apparently. I mean, golly, it's been all over all these news channels. I mean, I'm good. I heard enough throughout this week about all this stuff, But side note, Auston Holleman, passport bro extraordinaire. No, I'm just playing. But I know at some point he referred to himself as a passport bro. That's why we mess with him over here on this channel. But it's all love. Allegedly, he's having a child. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, his woman is pregnant, is what I'm being told. Now I'm gonna be very honest. Until Austin confirms this, whatever I heard doesn't really matter. But this is some stuff I've heard. I don't know. People watch his channel more than me. So when they report to me and tell me certain things, I say, okay, boom, let's talk about it. Maybe you guys heard differently. I can't go through all of Auston Holleman's video, but shout out to the brother if he does have his woman pregnant. This is a call-in show. So we're going to react to the Russian guy first, and then we're going to react to Auston Holleman possibly, getting his woman pregnant, and the honeymoon video as well. There's a honeymoon video, I guess somebody told me that's where it happened, on a honeymoon video or something like that. And they telling me you can see a baby bump. I'm like, I'm looking at the chick right here. Y'all don't really see much of a. Do y'all see a baby bump on this chick, y'all? Do y'all see a baby bump on her? I don't see it. I don't see it. But regardless, yeah. So let's just recap real quick. So this Russian guy that you guys can see on your screen, he goes into a lot of these African countries, Southeast Asia. He's going into these regions and secretly recording women and selling the footage allegedly of him having the with these ladies, right? And, it's really unfortunate because my heart does go out to the ladies, but also I just put out a video recently on my Patreon, patreon.com/traveltriberaw, where I break it down extensively. And I basically just said how it's so unfortunate that a lot of these African women don't value themselves like I value them, or maybe, an African man will value them. It's just real unfortunate, man. You got to be careful of people that are coming into your country. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be careful, um, that's why, while ICE does do certain things incorrect, I also see the good as well, in ICE, because I'm like, you got to be careful of people that are coming into your country and just doing certain things. It's very important to, just be careful on that. When I travel around the world, I operate in a very legal fashion. I have, a lot of associates and a lot of people that know me. They know how I carry myself. They know how I move. And I have a good network of friends and people that I can rely on, my tribe. But, for some people, going into these countries, nobody knows them. They have nobody to advocate for them. And, they can go into your country and just make a complete mess. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out what's going on with this Russian dude. Let's see, because I mean, this has been all over. Guys, it's been a mess. It's just been a complete mess. And if you haven't yet, check out my Clips channel. As you guys can see on your screen, check out the Clips channel right here. The Clips channel has, shorter videos if you guys want to watch if you guys do not want to watch the full live stream. All right. And shout out again to Calvin. He said he sent in $20 on the Cash App. He said that's for tuition. Shout out to this good brother. Great brother right here, a part of the tribe, most definitely. He's very active inside of the group chat as well. So that's really nice. The group chat that we have on Patreon is jumping, man. We got 50 plus Patreon members. I really appreciate everybody on the Patreon as much as I do as the people on YouTube as well. The Patreon, man, man, golly, we got it jumping over there. Check out the Patreon, y'all. Link in the description, patreon.com/traveltriberaw. Let me go ahead and real quick. I didn't mean to do this. I hate when it does this. I hate when it does this. Blam. All right, let me go ahead and pull this video up so we can see the news of this Russian guy. How y'all been doing, man? Y'all been traveling to any countries? How's y'all life going? Y'all finding a way to stay focused and stay on your grind, right? It's very important in this life, brothers, to stay on your grind, man. To reach full levels of peace, to reach real peace in your life, you got to stay on your grind. Everything that you do daily is a step closer to your better future, your greater future, and that future might not be in America. Your future could be somewhere else, but you got to make the strides every single day in this country or whatever Western country you're in, so you can eventually live that great life, man. I tell you guys, it's so important, so crucial. Kenya. All right, here we go. We got the video pulled up. Let's go ahead and, oh, wow, they have a full list of all the, okay. They have a full list of all the women I guess he's been with. Wow, that's unfortunate. Man. All righty, let's go ahead and pull this up, guys. Let's go ahead and pull this up and hit the super chat if you guys feel so obliged. Definitely appreciate it. Hold on, y'all. A few little commercials here and there. YouTube love their commercials. All righty, here we go. Blam.
Breaking news, I like. You living here. From Russia. How?
All right, excuse me for that, guys. We're trying to get a good clip, a good video of to react to of this Russian guy. Right now, we're talking about a Russian guy that went into Africa. Allegedly, he spread multiple diseases, and he's with thousands of women. So we trying to talk about that. Let's see if this video is a bit better.
Russia.
No. No.
On my birthday.
No.
Yes.
If you pay for your ticket for the visa, yes, you can go.
No.
But I'm not in Russia. Because
Let's go to Vietnam.
Okay, you will pay for your ticket then. But
Thailand, visa free for Kenyans.
Okay, pay for your ticket.
So right here, this is one of the ladies that he secretly recorded. I don't think a lot of these ladies know they're being recorded because he has on those glasses. You guys know those new glasses that have the cameras inside of them? It's really, guys and a lot of women, even everybody's using it for the wrong reasons, unfortunately. But this guy, apparently he was using these glasses and secretly recording women, talking to them, and then after clapping them, and then uploading that footage on like Telegram or something and letting people pay for the footage, which is extremely crazy. I mean, we have a Patreon. On the Patreon, we just have the ladies looking beautiful on cam. We talk about dating, trending topics, things like that. This is like next level, stuff right here. So, this guy is very interesting. But this is one of his victims, I guess. She's asking him, take her to Russia with him. So.
How
Then
much?
back.
How much?
Around
You
$600.
should pay, no me.
I
Why
never
me?
pay. I never pay.
Babe,
You will
please.
pay for me. Давай, блядь. Let's go. Давай, давай. О, блядь. Блядь. Водочку пьем. Водочкой только живем. Hey, maybe you finish wash dishes and I show you some exercise.
So that's one of the chicks that he, I guess, tried his best to, record. I mean, on YouTube, they can't show you the ones where he's actually clapping them and stuff like that and doing his thing with them, but y'all get the memo, right? So apparently he has like multiple videos of him just doing this with like so many chicks. So let's go ahead and see if we can find another video real quick. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find another one real quick. Let's see here. Let's see. Russian guy. Are they going to show any of the, like, can somebody just put a collage of like all the ladies? You know what? Let's go to TikTok. TikTok has it. I actually just posted a video on my TikTok not too long ago. Let's go ahead. Matter of fact, let's just react to what I put on my TikTok. Yeah, let's just react to what I put on my TikTok because honestly, I think I covered it better than everybody else. I mean, I'm looking at everybody else's stuff and I'm like, damn, y'all couldn't do a better job, talking about this. I mean, damn. Y'all videos all over the place. Mine was organized and, just looked better. I showed all the ladies in the video. That was in like the first 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and check out my video. Shout out to everybody on TikTok too. We get like 250,000 views on like all of my most recent videos. So that was really nice. Or at least in 100,000 range. That's always nice to see. All right. Boom, boom. Russian guy. Is it right here? Why hasn't it up? Why don't I see all my videos right here? It's kind of weird. Okay, then we'll just check out my YouTube channel. I don't know why it's not showing on the TikTok on my computer, but it's definitely uploaded. Same thing though, same thing. Traveltriberaw. Stay raw and stay real. You already know the deal. All right, here we go. All right, yeah, this is a bit better. This is better. Let's go ahead and check this out. All right. American who's traveled extensively throughout Africa, and today we're going to be reacting to a white passport bro, a Russian guy actually, who has been accused of doing some pretty illegal activities with women globally, especially in Africa. Let's check this out.
So a Russian man comes to Ghana, uses his privileges to have his way with, according to the blogs, over 100 Ghanaian women. And all of the sudden, the internet is in a frenzy.
How do you expect to fight patriarchy, GBV, femicide, all those things, right? And you still have women that are feeding into it. You have women that are still putting themselves in harmful situations without thinking, especially when there's the man's skin color is white. Because I don't understand how a Russian man was able to record 500 women.
All right, now let's talk about it. So this Russian guy has gone into Ghana. He's gone into Kenya. This Russian guy has gone into Ghana. He's gone into Kenya. Some reports saying he's gone into certain parts of Southeast Asia. Not only has he been accused of spreading around diseases and, the ladies passing that on to their husbands, but he's also been accused of illegally recording women while engaging in intercourse and explicit acts and then selling the content, etc. Now, guys, I think the world is starting to awaken to what many people have been saying for years, that a lot of African women, they view these white tea guys that come into their country almost like gods. And with social media, it's starting to become more present that, maybe there is some type of lust for the white tea man. This Russian guy has gone. Now, African women are great women for the most part, right? Like super submissive, feminine, the greatest wives that you can find. but there is a certain archetype of African woman that's willing to risk everything, her marriage, her family, her own self-respect, and her own morals, just to be with a white tea guy. Now, some people can say the reason this is because Africa, there's limited opportunities, limited jobs. They're impoverished Africans, and Africa's so poor. But to be honest, I've been around Africa. There's some very wealthy people in Africa. There's some very middle-class people in Africa. There's people in Africa that have everything that they need, but there's a certain archetype. These type of women, that can see a white tea guy and say, you know what? I don't even need to check his resume. I don't even need to know who he is. I'll just go to his apartment where he can do anything to me. All right, so there y'all have it. Yeah. It's a damn shame, man. I tell you guys, man, it is not looking good for a lot of these goddamn goddamn Africans. Let's just keep it a B, man. This is not looking good. I mean, let's just be honest. So as you guys can see on my video, I actually displayed the ladies. I showed the ladies, there was basically allegedly they was a part of the videos that were secretly recorded by this Russian dude. I see we got the comments coming in. And by the way, if anybody's watching this live stream on the replay, if you guys didn't hear what was just said in that TikTok, just to quickly recap, we're talking about the Russian guy and, how, a lot of these African ladies that were in his videos, it's not like they were impoverished or, all of them were broke and dirt poor and Africans that's eating dirt. Like, nah, man, we can say the majority of them most likely probably had things that they needed in life, but they wanted more, right? They just want more, maybe to go on yachts, maybe to go on boats and mansions. Maybe they want to, go on a private jet, So we know they kind of look at these white guys as an opportunity and that greed. The only thing I said in that TikTok video that you guys just saw, and if you're watching this on a replay, it might be muted for certain copyright reasons because of the music in the background, but the only thing that I was saying in that video was that I wish the women valued themselves like I value them. Like maybe somebody like you from the audience values African women. I mean, when us Black American men, when we think of African women, we think of wholesome feminine women. And there's still a lot of wholesome feminine women inside of Africa. Don't ever get it twisted. Don't let them lie to you. You do have some African women that are not going for it. For every video that you guys see this white guy has with one African woman, we can probably guarantee that he had maybe, 2 to 3 African women that would shut him down. So let's say he was successful, maybe a quarter of the ladies, that he even went up to. There's some great African women, never get it twisted. Let's read some of these comments. And if you guys want to see that full video that I just showed you guys right there, check that on the Patreon, patreon.com/traveltriberaw. So we have Multimillionaire Mindset says she's aggressive in escaping Kenya. She brought up Russia and Thailand. Yeah, well, we have to look at a lot of these. One second, let me get my camera together. Come on, camera. Don't try to embarrass me now. Don't do too much. It's okay. All right, there we go. And boom. All right. So, I hear what you're saying, right? She's basically, aggressively asking to go to different countries and stuff. That's because a lot of these African women, they look at these white guys as like an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? They look at them as like an opportunity to, get out of their country, live a better life, live a more bougie life, maybe even to some capacity an unrealistic life. And that's why I was talking about earlier. A lot of these African chicks, it's so sad because from the white guys that I've spoken to, right, they don't be having all that money when they come into Africa. They might have, a basic job and they there for like, maybe a week. But since the reputation of the white man globally is that he is, the richest and the most wealthiest, the one that has been appointed by God, as we were taught by the slave Bible, right? Since the white man has been considered globally to be, the status of the physical embodiment of wealth, a lot of these women in some of these countries, they view this as the same, and they say, okay, cool, let me go ahead and try. But the downfall of that is, yeah, I mean, maybe at the beginning of slavery, they was all maybe in some capacity like pretty wealthy, but nah, man, I mean, Nah, it's not like that these days. You know, you can get an African American black man that will go to Africa and he'll be 3 times as rich as some of these white tea guys that go into Africa. So, you know, that's just to say that. And one thing that I also want to mention too is that there's so many black Americans that travel to Africa, and maybe you're trying to engage in legitimate business. Like me personally, I've tried to do legitimate business inside of Africa. It never really went too well. Even though it was small scale, I just couldn't trust it enough. Not just because there's a ton of scammers all throughout Africa, but also because uh, for some reason I don't believe a lot of African people, when they look at us Black Americans, I think they look at us as cousin or friend too much. And that kind of makes them not want to work as hard as I need them to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got some that are good workers, but I mean, the majority of them, you know, when you ask them to do some legitimate work for you, it's just very difficult to find or to run into. I've dealt with plenty of ladies that I've told in Africa, like, hey, you know, I need you to, you know, do this and do that. And, you know, of course, I'll pay them well or whatever. And it never just presented any real, you know, professionalism, you know. And I think that's because a lot of them, they look at us black people as like, oh, you're family. Like, yeah, you're just like a rich cousin. I can slack off some days. You know, you're my rich cousin. And when I see how these African people work for the white tea man or the Asian man or the Indian man when they come to their countries, I'm always like, damn, how come us Black Americans don't get that same level of respect, you know, or business acumen? Because we, even as Black Americans, I've seen it. I'm not the only one that deals with this. I've seen other African people, African Americans go to Africa and they're like paying people 3 times their regular daily wage that a white man or an Asian man would pay, but the outcome is still the same. Like, you'll still get unprofessionalism. And you're like, how is that possible? I truly just believe that's because they view us Black Americans as like, you know, hey, this is the cousin, you know. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat right now. What's y'all thoughts about it? We're gonna still read y'all comments, but what's y'all thoughts? Because that's what comes to mind when I think, you know, what's going on. You know, maybe they think working for the white tea man or the Asian man, maybe they'll get like a job in Asia one day or something like that. You know, maybe they're like, I can finally get out of my country. You know, not everybody's trying to leave their country too, but maybe that's what some of them are thinking, right? So what's y'all thoughts about that? Like, why do y'all think it's so hard for Black Americans to get professionalism when they go to Africa, you know, and get people to work on, you know, their businesses? It's been very difficult. I've seen so many people go to Africa as Black Americans and try to do business. Black Europeans try to do legitimate business. But I mean, you cannot, like, it's just wild, y'all. It's extremely difficult to run into extremely professional Africans when you're a Black American. You know, it's extremely difficult. Doesn't mean there's none, just means it's really hard to find. I have seen Indians and Asians and, you know, white tea people go into Africa, you know, grab these workers by their shirts and be like, listen, do the effing job better. I'm like, are we not good bosses as Black Americans? I've never seen a Black American do that, but you can find plenty of videos where Asians and Indians, they're doing that to them. So I'm like, are we as Black Americans not good bosses? Like, what's going through their brain? Because if anybody's, maybe it's because a lot of these Africans don't really look at us Black Americans as, how do I say this in the most clearest way? Maybe the reason we're finding it difficult to find legitimate Africans for business as Black Americans when we get into their countries is because when you think of the Black American, maybe they're thinking to themselves like, I got it. Okay. It just now just occurred to me what most likely is going on, right? Let me get my thoughts together right before I say this. I want to be very clear on this. And I see you guys comments coming in. Shout out to Stefan. Y'all know I'm bad at usernames. Y'all know I'm bad at reading names. But shout out to Stefan. He says, good question. Maybe they see it in a different light. Yeah. But I got it. This is at least what I can come up with just on the spot as of right now. Because you do have some professional Africans. You know, they know how to work pretty well. But I believe what's truly happening inside of Africa, the reason that African people work harder when they're working for an Indian, a white tea person, or an Asian over a Black American, I believe that they work hard for them, even though that they're getting like dragged or shouted at or whatever, disrespected. They look at us Black American people as people that don't view them Africans as maybe ourselves. We as Black Americans, when we go to Africa, we view the Africans as we view ourselves, right? Until foundational FBA, foundational Black Americans, prior to that, we all were so Pan-African and, you know, power to the people. We're all African. We all are part of the diaspora. But I believe that, and this is why I don't really, I still am for empowerment for Black people, melanated people specifically throughout the world, because all the continents I've been to on this planet, I've seen that the melanated people are always at the bottom, whether you're an Indian, whether you're in South America, whether you are in Asia, whether you're in Africa, which is the wildest part. But as long as you're melanated, I've always seen it that the melanated people are at the bottom of every society. So my heart and my care for the community of melanated people still, you know, overpowers the fact that they might not see me as their people. I understand we're all in a weird situation here, and who knows what the true reason of that is, but I still understand that, okay, you know, while you might not see me as family and stuff like that, no problem. I don't have to treat you as family. But for the youth, the young melanated youth, I do a lot in the communities in these different countries when I go, because it's important to me. These regions when I go, it's important to me because I see myself in them. And I don't think a lot of Africans see themselves in us. Y'all get what I'm trying to say here? Like, us Black Americans, when we go to Africa, we do legitimate business. We barely get caught in scandals. We go there. A lot of times we pay the African people 3 times as much as their daily wage. We try to do things the right way. The government doesn't assist us. Nobody helps us out. The people barely assist us. We're trying to avoid scams left and right. But when it comes to the African working for the Asian or the white tea man or the Indian man and they're being disrespectful, they still work hard for them because they don't look at us Black Americans like we look at them. We Black Americans, when we go to Africa, we look at Africans as our people. You know, even if you're foundational Black American, you still look at them as like, you're still our people. You're just in a confusing state right now because you don't understand that really unity is the only thing that helps us all in the long run. But no problem. Some people not there yet. Fine. But as foundational Black Americans, even when we do travel to Africa, we still subconsciously just look at them and see ourselves in them. And that's why we try to do them legitimate, do them right. But when they look at us, they don't really look at us like that. They look at us like, why would this Black American care about me? Y'all get what I'm saying? They look at it like, why would the Black American care about me as an African? You know what I'm saying? That's how they be looking at it. You know, they don't really see how much we look at them and we care for them in some capacity, right? Yeah, like KR said, Africans don't even see themselves in their neighbors. The Black identity is forced. I mean, people have their own, you know, rights to say what they want to say. But yeah, that's just to say the least for that one. Okay. I don't want to get too deep into this one, but it just all of a sudden hit me, you know, why we as Black Americans, when we go to these African countries, they don't give the same respect, you know, as they do the white tea man, the Indian man. On every other continent on this planet, I get respect in business. In Africa, I get respect, but it's not, you know, professionalism. You know what I'm saying? I need the professionalism. But anyways. That was getting deep. And I see we're getting botted a bit. We're getting botted just slightly. Okay. Mike Cam Wambez, excuse me if I'm saying your name wrong, says the obsession Black Americans have with Africans is weird. So sad, so sad. But see, and hey, I want you to call in. I want you to call in. Don't run and don't stay in the messages. Don't cower, don't hide. It's okay. We're gonna try to be respectful. I just put the link in the chat, okay? Because I want you to call in. Let's have an insightful conversation. But while we do have people that leave comments like this, Africans that talk like this, blah, 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 see, my intellect overpowers your brainwashing. Y'all get what I'm saying here? My intellect overpowers the melanated man and woman's brainwashing. The goal is to divide and conquer, to be exact. So, as much as I am a foundational Black American, this is my identity because my ancestors inside of America have roots to slavery. I still view melanated people as my people subconsciously. I can still see young melanated youth and say to myself, I want you to be the best melanated man or woman that you can be when you get older. I can still view them as our people subconsciously, right? And, you know, we have people. Yeah, KR, you can call in. Anybody can call in, guys. Anybody is free to call in. But we have people that still don't really get it. You know, even when it comes to certain Africans like this person, Mike, he still hasn't called in. We're going to have to block you, Mike, you know, or time you out for a second. It's no problem to talk your ish in the comments. We have an open policy here. You can speak as much gibberish if you like in the comments, but you do have to call in. You don't even have to show your face. Just call in. Don't cower and be scared, because then we're just going to expect that you're a tether or some type of AI, you know, bot that's sent here. You know, we're already getting botted. So I just have to assume that you're not a real person. You're not a real human. You know, the silly goose says, I said what I said. You didn't say anything. You texted or chatted. You didn't actually say anything. Come on live. Come on live and speak out your piece. Let's have an insightful conversation. You know, stand on business, you know. So, and I can even still look at people like Mike, right? Or Mikam, whatever this person's name is, a tether that's having some issues inside of my chat. I can still look at this person and be like, you know what? This is still my people. Subconsciously. And when I look at somebody like my Cam, right, my mind, because of my intellect, says I want my Cam to do better in life. I want you to be less brainwashed. I want your government to stop finessing you. I want your government to share the wealth amongst all of you. See, that's how my intellect goes, you know. But let's go ahead and add KR to the stage. Shout out to KR. I really would like my Cam to call in too. Don't cower, don't be scared. We keep it respectful here. He says, you spend all this time obsessing with Africans because you're losing bad in America. Wow, this fool is so off topic too. It's so sad. I mean, but anyways, you know, like I said, my intellect overpowers the foolishness. I see what's really going on. And maybe if they were taught right, you know, in a lot of these African countries about Black American slavery and history, they would understand deeper what's really happening, why there's such a divide, because there's no reason that we shouldn't be unified. You know what I'm saying? The only reason we're not unified is because we have some sick people around. But let's go ahead and add KR. Let me try to add KR to the screen. What's good, KR? How you doing?
Yeah, what's good? I actually live in Sweden, so my English isn't the best, but I've just been listening in. So, and I'm African, but I was born abroad. So I just recently started coming back home because my parents moved back home, and I just wanna. The thing is, I've been getting the same treatment as you, but the problem is, you're looking at it from a Black American lens. You're looking at it like it's personal. It's against me. But it's not just against you. It's any melanated person living abroad gets the exact same treatment. And I've had like discussions, I've had arguments, because you know, like you want to come home, you want to be welcomed, but you get the exact same treatment. So it's not about being Black American or your history, because we know your history, but the African living in Africa does not know your full history. A lot of them do not even know their own history when it comes to slavery. Because I'm from Kenya, and there was slavery even by the coast, but not everyone knows that.
Mambo, brother, Mambo.
Yeah. No, I don't speak Swahili. I don't speak Swahili.
No, Kidogo Kiswahili?
No. I just speak my mother tongue. I'm a Luo. I'm from the Luo tribe. If you've heard of them.
Shout out to the Luos. Y'all got some beautiful, thick, bodacious women. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, I mean, I kind of hear where you're coming from, right? You saying it's like all they basically keep that same energy of unprofessionalism, not just with Black Americans, just saying Africans too, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they do it to themselves as well. That's the thing. So it's a matter of, it's the whole society. For one, the society is extremely corrupt. People don't want to talk about it, but it's basically everyone's looking out for themselves. And if you're living in a society where everyone's just trying to, because everyone's struggling, so everyone's just looking for a quick way of benefiting off the other person. And if you have that mentality, you are going to get screwed over, and you are going to keep screwing other people over as well. But since they're used to it, that's how their society functions. And you see it everywhere. Like, I've been scammed at least 100 times, and it's always the same thing. And my mother, she lives down in Kenya as well. She's been scammed as well, and she's a local. She speaks the language, so it's not personal. It's just the way society works, and it's messed up. But that's the reality.
But let me ask you this: Do you think it may be subconscious wiring? Like, when I say that the Africans, they don't exactly see or understand the Black American being in their country. Let's say, for instance, let's use the example of Kenya because that's where you're from. When a Black American will come out to Kenya and try to do actual legitimate business, to the point where we even view the Kenyans and say, you know what? Let's pay you 3 times the daily amount that you typically get paid in this country. Do you think subconsciously the Kenyan will look at the Black American and say, there's no way this person's really trying to help me out. They don't really care about me like that. You know, do you think there's something going on in the wiring of the mind?
I don't think. To start off, there's 3 levels, right? There's your nationality, and there's your tribal identity, and everyone else is just another Black person. So a Black American is no different from a Nigerian or a Jamaican. You're a foreigner. That's how they view you.
And so I guess the real question is, why do you think they are unprofessional with people that look like them? Because when the whites and the Asians and the Indians come, I've been all around Africa. Some would even say I've been to half of the continent already. You do see that the Indians and the white tea people and the Asians get great treatment. I mean, they could even grab somebody, pick them up and shake the shillings out their body. And, sometimes they still get great treatment. So I'm like, how is that possible? So what's going on with that?
The thing is, down there, it's basically if you need to set an example to start with. White people get screwed over as well. Like I have the region I'm from. There's a white guy who owns acres of land. Like it's a rich family that's been living there for generations. This guy's been robbed, but the thing is, he doesn't allow it. So if he's robbed, he's going to get extra security and make an example and make sure that people don't do it again. That's how white people operate. If you're coming in, it doesn't matter if you're Black or Chinese, because normally a Chinese person, it's not just one individual. He's bringing business. So if you're bringing business from outside, like a company or a restaurant or something that makes a statement, it's easy to get rid of the person. Okay, you're stealing, get out. That's how they treat them. And if you know you're going to lose your job if you steal, then obviously you're going to be more, you're going to come correct. But if you're just coming, my brother, this and this and this, you're going to get fucked over because let's
try to not cuss on the thing.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So it's cool. Let me just understand this. So I understand making an example, out of somebody but there is, people that go to Africa, Indians, Asians, they be there independently, but still the respect is still up there to the highest extent. What's going on with that? I mean, they are given a certain level of special treatment, to them, just based off color, right?
That the thing is that depends as well, because the Indians are rooted in Kenya. They've been living here for generations. They've created their community. They don't really socialize with the local. It's more of a, you go to an Indian shop, you don't really Kenyans don't really interact with Indians in that way. They're just there, and they've accepted that these people have been here for almost, I think it's 200 years maybe. They've been here for a long time, before the 1900s. So it's just that they're used to seeing Indians, and the Indians just stay to themselves. So the interaction is minimal. If I'm to be perfectly honest, it's just like people who've appeared there, they're living there. They give us business every once in a while, but I think when I don't think they're looking at Black Americans as family. They're just seeing them as another Black group coming in. If this guy builds a school, then obviously people are going to help him. But if you're just there with let's say you have a small company with 3 employees, you really need to vet them, because you don't know these people. You just have to look at them as another person in America that could screw you over if you don't watch what they're doing. But this brotherly love, you're not going to get it on the level you're looking for, because everyone's just looking out for themselves. I'm not saying everyone is untrustworthy, but there's a lot of people who are just looking out for themselves.
Right. It's definitely not everybody. But so what's the solution then? How exactly do we get, the same treatment as the Asians and the whites and the Indians? Because they do get a lot of respect when they do business in these African countries. I mean, I get respect around the globe, but I noticed that inside of African countries, me and other people that have traveled to Africa as Black Americans, like you said, just they do this with their own people. How do we get the same respect as Asians and Indians? I mean, what are they doing exactly that's, if you can just pinpoint 3 things that they do that, just gets them that respect? Because what I see a lot of times is I be seeing them grabbing them, I be seeing them talking to them crazy and like that. So I'm like, do we need to come out with some more aggression on some DMX or like what we got to do,
No, you just need to keep track of the people you have around you, and there's no better, because this is the society, and there's a level of white worshipping as well. We're not going to skip that part. There's a level of white worshipping, but this is from generations of, because at one point white people were the only tourists coming down. Like Black Americans are a recent phenomenon. So these white people have been coming down, and they only see the good ones, the missionaries or the people bringing development. So if you make that association that all white people are rich, then you're obviously going to treat the rich guy better than the regular guy who's bringing nothing. So that's a mental state as well, because they associate whiteness with richness. And I don't know where, well, I obviously know where it came from, but imagine this. You're living in a society where everyone looks like you, right? And every time you see a person of a different skin color, they have wealth. So you're obviously going to make the association between skin color and wealth. I think that's in every African's mind. They associate someone coming from outside as someone bringing wealth. And even with me, like when they hear my accent, that's when they start treating me differently. But if I just shut my mouth, don't say a thing, they can't tell the difference. So it's a mix. I don't have the solution, but the thing is, don't take it personal, because it's not about you. It's not about where you're from. It's not about your history. These people don't know you. They just see you as another foreigner. And foreigners always, to be honest, all foreigners pay the Mzungu price, right? You come in, you buy something. The difference is the white man just pays for it. He doesn't question it. While everyone else takes offense. Because if you're a Black person, you're coming home, you don't want to get scammed. You don't want to get treated this way. That's going to happen, though. So you just have to find the right people. And yes, our societies are not perfect. I think Kenya is actually one of the better countries, because if you go to, like, I don't want to name any names, but there's places where as soon as you enter the country, you're scammed at the airport, or someone's trying to get money out of you. And it happened to me. I went to Uganda. As soon as I entered the border, the guy was like, so you're going to give me a gift? That's normally what they say. And I actually got in this situation because I refused to pay a bribe. So it happens everywhere. And in every country, there's a new situation, because you're not from there. They hear your accent. And even a Kenyan going to Uganda or going somewhere else is going to get screwed because you're not from their environment. And I don't know if there's a fixing, because you shouldn't look at it as a black, white, or Chinese thing. It's more about how your community comes in and how they represent themselves. If Black Americans were to come in and invest like the Chinese, you'd get the same treatment, because then they're associating you with a large group coming in, creating development, and the people, the people that are getting abused. This is not like an everyday thing. It's basically a guy who's, unemployment is bad. So imagine you get your only chance of finding a job, and you don't want to lose this job because you're desperate for this job. This is your only dignity in society, and your manager starts fucking with you. And the reason they're always filming,
brother, I said no cursing. All right.
Oh yeah, sorry. And the reason they're always filming is because they know as soon as they post this, someone's going to take care of it. The manager's going to take care of it. Because if it happens behind closed doors, no one's going to do a thing. And that's why they're always standing there filming, because they know the consequences. And to be honest, I don't know your background, but I've been in situations like I work in the corporate. I'm a controller. I work in the corporate where I've been working for like 10 years. There's been situations where people have been mistreated. I know my place as a black man in a white man's world. I know my place. I don't want to be the guy who goes to the manager, complains, because I know how it's going to look. It's not as extreme as someone hitting someone, but it's your place at that workplace, and you're just gonna there's a glass ceiling, and if you try to break this ceiling, they're just gonna get rid of you. So it's the same mentality, but in a more extreme setting where you're actually getting hit, like physically. So
I just want to pinpoint something you said earlier. You said that when it comes to not really taking offense to what's going on, right? You basically quoted what I said earlier too as well, when you said there's really, my bad, I'm reading this chat and looking at this monitor, my bad. Mike, I want you to call in, brother. Mike Cam, call into the show, all right? You keep commenting in this chat, bruh. You got a lot to say. We're going to have to just take you out, man. I mean, we'll just put you on timeout for a second since you're so childish. I mean, just call in real quick. Let's have the discussion. You seem, and you're feeling somehow. So anyways, my bad. And let me drop the link real quick as well. Boom, there you go. The link is in the chat. You can go ahead and click that link. You don't even have to turn your camera on, brother. Just call in real quick. But okay. You said earlier that Asians and white people coming into the country, they have, a better image, right? As it pertains to doing business in these countries and doing developments, right?
Yeah.
And there's really no solution for melanated people inside of Africa to get legitimate business done inside of Africa, because you already said they do it with their own people. So of course they're going to do it with other melanated people across the globe, right?
Yeah, because you're a stranger in their territory. They're looking to profit off you. Yeah.
Right. So let me ask you this, since you are a Kenyan, is it an education thing? Is it the fact that, a lot of them don't understand that they're being bought out? Because me personally, if I hear that, oh, people are coming to my country doing some investments in my country, I want to understand, like, what's the investment for? Does this better us as a people? Are we going to be getting more money from this? Or is this something where they own a percentage of, this business, and it goes back to their country, taking more money from our country, and, in the long term of our legacy, leaving our country in a greater ditch than it was before?
Yeah, but you have to look at it. There's no trust for the government. Nobody trusts the government. It's not like, because the reason people are against paying tax or paying higher taxes, because they're not seeing the benefits of what they're paying. So if your government has abandoned you and everyone is for themselves, they're just looking at the development. This guy is bringing jobs. The bigger picture of money leaving the country, they're looking at is these people are coming here, they're paying taxes, they're contributing to society, they're providing jobs. That's how they look at it. Everything else is just irrelevant to them.
Well, that's a good way to segment into the main topic of this video because, the Russian guy that's being accused here, I'm trying to see if I can show him on the screen. Boom, as you guys can all see, the Russian guy, he has been accused of um going into African countries. I think a lot of white people even go into African countries. There is some good white folks, there's some good Asians, there's some good Indians, blah, 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 blah. You got to say good to everybody to make them feel good. But clearly, I haven't met them all. There's good people all over the world. We get it. I'm just saying that there is a certain percentage of white tea people and Asian people and Indian people that come into African countries and do a lot of evil activities. For instance,
Yeah.
this Russian guy on the screen, he has been accused of sleeping with over 1,000 women, secretly recording them and giving them STDs while smashing them and putting it on camera. And those ladies taking those STDs back to their husband. So, that's why I'm like, is it an educational thing, something that maybe some Africans need to learn? Like, not all white folks are your friends. Like, because I think, based off of what you're saying is like, the way the African man and woman view white guys and Asians and Indians coming to the country, this is going to be good for business. It's going to be good for us. But in the long run, is it really that good for you? I mean, me personally, when I see Black Americans go into Africa, and we don't have as much money as white tea people or Asian people or Indians. I'm not here to flex and act like we do. The truth is we have a percentage of it, but some of us are doing better than some of them as well. But we as Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, we go into these African countries and, invest or, do certain types of business. We do legitimate business. We are not trying to secretly record the women, smash them and pass on STIs so they can give it to their husbands and stuff. No, we're coming in with a different fashion, a different way of doing things, and it's more professional and long term is good for the country. Because what's the difference from the white man and the Asian man and the Indian man is that they plan to leave. Some FBA people would like to stay inside of Africa or at least have a home inside of Africa. And maybe they take turns being in America, but they do want to have a home away from home sometimes. Boom. Okay, I live here sometimes. I live in Kenya. I live in Uganda. I live in maybe Ghana, and all I'm saying is that when we as Black people, we move, even Black Europeans, when we move into these countries and move around these countries, we're doing a lot of legitimate business. We're doing a lot of, more moral, a lot of people would say more moral activities, so that's what I'm saying is in an education thing. Back to that question, like, do they need to understand that not all these white tea people, not all these Asian people, not all these Indian people are your friends? Just because they're doing business doesn't mean that they're better than anybody, because who even knows these businesses are legitimate? Have they just bought out maybe a certain government official? Have they just maybe, done some type of, crime and scam to get this? I mean, there's ways.
Yeah, but okay, let's put it like this. How many Kenyans do you see in the news? You probably don't follow Kenyan news, but scams is like
I
a
do
regular.
follow Kenyan news, Tuko TV. I listen to Nairobi Gossip Club. They have the Kenyan administrative news that's on what channel is that? But I watch it on YouTube. I don't watch it on the TV. Of
Okay.
course. I do watch Kenyan news, yeah.
Okay, but the point I was making that like any person in a high position steals. So corruption, if you see your own people as corrupt, and then a foreigner comes in and he does the same thing, it's just like people have given up on society. They don't trust the government. They don't trust anyone in power. Anyone rich is considered a thief. So if you have that, if you already have that mindset, and someone else comes in and commits a scam, you're not going to take as much offense. So it's just, I see what you're saying, but the problem is you're coming from a world that's perfect is not the right world, but you're coming from a world that's functioning where everything is. If you scam someone, there's a sentence. In Kenya, if you scam someone, you probably get 5-10 years in prison. You pay a fine, you get out, or you just bribe the person and you get out. So, and it's even worse in other countries. So if you're living in a society where no one has accountability, you cannot expect people to have the same mindset as you because nothing is functioning. They're not seeing anything like to put an example, I've heard stories of powerful people that just getting rid. There's a person you don't like, I'm just going to pay someone to get rid of him. That doesn't happen in a functioning society because there's consequences to your actions, right? And to make my point, my father was murdered. Like, he moved back 5 years ago. He was murdered by his own people. So they came to our house like 100 deep, and they tried wiping out my whole family. And he took 2 people out at the same. Like, my family name is heavy in Kenya because I'm from the family that took over the government. So that's how I ended up abroad. And when I came down, they knew exactly who I was, who my father was, and he's been watched since he came back. So they took the opportunity and he took him out. So the powerful people are always going to have a certain level of respect everywhere they go. And a white person automatically has that power because he's not just coming in as an individual. Like, his people colonized your country to start with. Then they rooted themselves. Then they've created a power base where they're more powerful than everyone else. So now everyone is making that association with white people that anyone coming from outside has wealth. And if you have that mindset, you're always going to be kissing ass because you don't see the consequences of. It's a matter of proximity.
All right, guys, we had to remove him. For some reason, he can't stop cursing. Yeah, let's go ahead and just kick him out right here. But yeah, decent discussion, definitely decent discussion. I wanted to ask more questions, but it seems like I think we understand what's really going on here. It's an educational issue here. Clearly, there's a lack of understanding that, white tea people, Asian people, and Indian people are not your friends. They're not all here doing legitimate business. They are not all here to be your savior. A lot of them are here for their own intentions. He says, my bad. It's okay. Mistakes happen. I understand if that's how you usually talk, and cursing just slides out. No, it's no problem at all. But on this YouTube, it's owned by these white tea people, and we got to be careful on speaking on their platform like that. But anyways, I think the understanding here is that the education, unfortunately, doesn't permit a lot of African people to understand that we're greater in numbers. It doesn't permit a lot of African people to maybe understand that all these white tea people are not going to be your savior. They're not all going to be, somebody that can take you to a foreign country. They're not all going to be able to give you a job or give you any legitimate income. We see this Russian guy. He apparently made some offers allegedly to multiple ladies, saying that he'll take them to different countries. And, if they sleep with him, then he'll, give her this and that. This is very unfortunate, but it's easy to understand how they were easily manipulated now, how these African women were easily manipulated. They said this happened in Ghana and Kenya. And we could see that the reason that they were easily manipulated has to do with some form of a lack of education, a lack of, not understanding that not all these white tea people, not all these Asian people and Indian people are, really your friend. Somebody says he is not Russian. Facts. Oh, shout out to Facts Not Feelings. He says he is not Russian. He is likely from Ukraine. Okay. Yeah, because Russians right now, they don't have the worst standing with Africa, to be honest. So it's just kind of, I was like, damn, man, if he's ruining the damn Russian name, god damn it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I kind of was messing with some of the way the Russians be moving in certain, to an extent, right? Because we know they have their own motives, but I'm just saying, okay, but damn, it's like, this kind of sucks. I got to report on a Russian guy doing this foolishness, damn. But that makes more sense if he's maybe from, Ukraine or whatever. KR says it's a matter of proximity. Africans don't deal with white teas in their daily lives. And so the fact that they don't deal with them in their daily lives like that, maybe they deal with them a lot on social media and television. And one thing we know about television is that it's telling lies to your vision. So a lot of these, African women, they might have easily been manipulated by this white tea guy because in their mind, the white man is powerful, the white man is rich, because this is all they've learned. So let's continue to go down the rabbit hole and see the ladies that this white tea guy basically finessed. Guys, I mean, this Russian dude was over there in Africa clapping them all. Like, he was doing the worst to these ladies. They said he got over 1,000+ ladies inside of Africa. So geez, this is a hard little African name to say, man. Shout out to the Africans. They have simple names like Agujuan, or, you know what I'm saying, Bomba Clot, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the hell they be. I'm just saying, golly, man, sheesh. So Mykam Wambez, he says, why are you so bitter? So as we can see, he came back, right? Because I had timed him out for a few minutes. The next thing we're going to do is just ban your account, Mike. Because, see, this is what we need you to do. We need you to call in. All right. He says, Mykam Wam says he's doing what Jay Rello was doing. So what? This guy is an extreme sicko. Jay Rello and this white T guy are doing two completely different things. This dude is just talking from emotions. But yeah, we're going to have to ban you if you don't call in. Okay, bud? Now, I'm about to put the call-in link, and this is for anybody to call in. We like to keep it respectful. I just ask for no cursing. That's it, no cursing. You can say whatever you want, just no cursing. But yeah, I'm just going to give you that right there. You can call in. All you have to do is click the link. It's very simple. You click the link, and you don't even have to turn on your camera. Very easy, simple thing to do. And then you, after our conversation, the great thing about the rawest and realest channel on the mother effing internet is that I allow you to come back into the chat after and then talk your ish there. See, most people, after you do the phone convo, they be kicking you out and stuff like that. Why duck a fade? You know what I'm saying? I don't care about these words that you put in the chat. That has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? But I do ask that you call in, though, okay? So we're going to give you about a minute to call in, and if you don't, we're just going to boot you. Okay, because we gave you a very, very easy thing to do. All you got to do is call in, not even show your face. Just a little back and forth. Help me understand where your anger is coming from. You like a mad little angry tether. You know what I'm saying? You a little mad little. He said not interested in giving you clout. Brother, you have a high score on how much chatting you've done inside of my comments. It says you are the top chatter. And talking about you not trying to give me, boy, you has been great entertainment for the fellas. I mean, this is insane. So we gonna give you 30 more seconds, confused brother, and yeah, we gonna give you. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Boom. Oh, there it goes. There's my search bar. Finally, this was hard to find. Okay, Russian. Okay, I got the videos for y'all now. Oh, yeah. Y'all ready for it? Man, y'all need to like this video, man. We ain't even got onto Auston Holleman yet. Y'all need to like this video, man. Hit the super chat, show some love. All that. Russian guy in Kenya and Ghana. Oh, man. Check this out, y'all. Oh, it's bad. Oh, no, it's bad. Oh, I got to sign in now. Y'all lame. Y'all lame. Y'all lame for that. All right, here go the Russian dude videos right here. This ain't his real account either, y'all, so don't go and, But look. Oh, man. Y'all, we got all the videos. God damn. I hope they don't show nothing too crazy. Okay. So, as we said, this Russian guy, he went into Africa, and he's been there smashing and doing the worst to thousands of women throughout Africa, allegedly. And he was secretly recording the ladies as he was doing the right? So we about to check out the videos, not of him doing the dirty, but of him flirting with the women and them coming back to his home. I want to show you guys these videos so you guys can see how easily these women were manipulated. And then we're going to kind of break down the psychology of why the African woman is like that, and maybe some other cues on what's going on here. Because it's an unfortunate situation for a lot of these ladies because, we can say that some of them, maybe they are actually poor Africans, right? While Africans do have rich people and a middle class and, people that are having everything they need, there is a poor class in Africa too, impoverished classes, they say on the media. Maybe some of these ladies were in that class and they really looked at this Russian guy's opportunity. and he really finessed them in the worst way. But let's go ahead and watch the videos. Let's see how this goes.
Oh,
no. Golly, the audio is crazy. Wow, he was inviting 2 ladies at once. Wow, man. Secretly recording these ladies.
Angela. Oh, nice to meet you. My name is Vyacheslav. Vyacheslav, I'm from Russia.
From Russia. Oh, nice to meet you.
Excuse me, lady. Can I ask you one question, please?
Okay.
It's my first time being here, but when I see you now, I think you're very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Thank you.
Ebony, yes? So can I grab your top number? Is it okay for you? And maybe let's... Excuse me.
And so for some reason, they're not showing the full video here, y'all. But in the full clip, it shows the ladies, after he goes up to them, that same day, the ladies will go back home with the dude, make him dinner, massage him, do all this nice stuff for him and stuff. So Facts Not Feeling says, he showed us that these women prefer white men. This is why I will not marry or have kids with them. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Not all of the African women are like that, though. We have to remember, for all the ladies that said yes, we know that maybe there was definitely a certain percentage that definitely said no, right? So I'm thinking we could say maybe even 75% of the ladies probably rejected, or maybe they gave him a number and didn't go to his home or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Some of them most likely had some type of morals, Yeah, true. Not all. Yeah. It's definitely not all. It's definitely not all. Let's not be deceived. It does look bad. Definitely. I get where y'all coming from, but let's never be deceived. You know what I'm saying? Because I get where you're coming from. It do look bad. I ain't gonna lie and say this don't look bad now. It do look kind of bad now. Yeah. They might have messed up a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. KR says, not every African woman is like that, but there are enough in a society of 50 million. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yep. He's a predator. Okay. For sure. Oh, yeah, Micah Mom, we got to get rid of you. Yeah. Until you are going to call in, you say you don't want to be a part of the video, you big tether, but you keep messaging me. You're the number one messenger on this live stream today. I mean, shout out to you. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue to watch this Russian dude's videos, man. So just remember, y'all, all the videos we seeing right now of this Russian dude going up to ladies, they say that he got the ladies back in his house that same night. So any woman we see on this camera, allegedly these ladies went straight back to his crib that same day.
Lady, can I ask you one question?
My bad, the music. It's sad too, because some of these ladies are very beautiful. It's very sad. I prefer natural hair, but So y'all see, here we go with the ladies inside of the room. I guess that's a picture of him. And he really ain't even all that for real. Pause, for real. I'm just keeping it a bean. Let's keep it 100. He really ain't even all that, right? But the ladies was going. They was going. Let's see what other videos. Ghana women are prayerful. Telegram. Wow. Okay, so I guess this is, oh, wow. Okay. So, all right. So here we go with all the ladies and stuff. That's probably how he starts spreading them damn diseases. Hey, these dudes look like they was just out there hitting anything. You know what I'm saying? They was hitting them all. Gotta catch them all. So here go another chick.
How are you? Come with me.
Where?
This place.
It's so hot.
So hot, yeah. In Nairobi, not so hot.
Nairobi is not hot.
Not hot. Are you Kenyan girl?
Yeah.
Kenyan. No Uganda.
Wow.
Please.
Wow. So just like that, he got her back in the crib, y'all. Man, and it really be that easy too. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I mean, some of y'all black people could do the same thing when y'all go to Africa, but the white dudes definitely got it easier. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. They definitely got it easier. I'm not gonna lie. But let's now get into the psychology, right? I think we kind of understand what's going on, right? This dude, he was out here with a lot of these African joints, basically finessing his way into the box. You know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 bada bing bang, right? Let's go ahead and talk about what's really going on, right, with the African woman. Now, one thing we know about Africa, right, is that it has a deep-rooted history in slavery. Okay. A lot of messed up things happen in Africa, as we know. We don't have to go through the history of it, but we already kind of know what's going on, right? These white tea people, they brought their religions, they brought their white Jesus, they brought all types of stuff into the countries. So if we don't think about the psychology of the African women that would view, the white tea man as more superior than their own men in their country, we have to give some credit to the subconscious imagery that these women take in of the white Jesus that are flocking around inside of their countries. We have to say that, number one. Number two, we also have to take into account that some African governments, unfortunately, do not share the wealth at all with the people inside of their own country. All the presidents riding around in G-Wagons and the government officials riding around G-Wagons. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. You feel me? It just is what it is. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, y'all. It's unfortunate. So a lot of these ladies, they look at these white dudes as an opportunity. And to be even more honest with y'all, my heart really do go out to these African women, man, because Africa's not an easy place to live in, y'all. It's not an easy place, boy. It's not an easy place. I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy to be a foundational Black American. I'm really happy. I'm really happy. I mean, wow. It's very difficult. It's very difficult, man. I mean, I'm in a blessed position in my life, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm in a blessed position. Because of myself, because of my tribe, my ancestors who look out for me. I'm in a blessed position, y'all. I'm in a blessed position. But nevertheless, it's difficult to live in Africa sometimes, especially when you're from a certain type of family inside Africa that maybe didn't have that much money. It's just difficult, y'all. It's different than America. You would never really understand, what a lot of these Africans have to go through. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the hood. If you don't got money in Africa, you just living like an NPC. You just there. In America, we got government assistance and all types of stuff. I believe the Kenyan president recently, he just did some government assistance for some people, gave him some free housing. So shout out to, President Ruto. That's pretty nice of him, right? But in other African countries, y'all, some African countries, they share the wealth a little bit, just a little bit, but man, man, I'm telling y'all, man, in some of these African countries, they don't be sharing the wealth at all, y'all. They don't be sharing at all, so a lot of people just be struggling. So yeah, man, that's the psychology of a lot of these ladies, right? And hit the super chat, y'all. Hit the super chat if y'all feel so obliged. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and hit the super chat. Golly, I can't get the super chat on the screen. God damn, I'm cooked. All right. Hit the super chat, y'all. And call in, by the way. Call in too, man. We definitely appreciate any call-ins, most definitely. But yeah. So the thing is, in Africa, right? From my experience since I've been there, I realized this a long time ago, that there was a certain love for the white tea man inside of Africa. Big whoop, right? Big whoop. Globally, white tea men are known to be the richest. They known to have the most status and the most wealth, right? This is just what we see on the internet and stuff like that. So, of course, since these ladies take in so much social media and television that's telling lies to their vision, of course, they would see these white tea men inside their countries and be manipulated by that Russian guy, right? But the truth is that a lot of these chicks, they weren't broke. They weren't impoverished Africans. The unfortunate truth of some African women and some women just around the world is that they're just greedy. they have fallen victim to a unrealistic lifestyle, and their greed puts them in a lot of trouble. Constantly, as I travel through East Africa, I kid y'all not, I keep hearing stories. These ladies tell me stories like, oh, did you hear about this woman that went into this guy's apartment and she got offed? I say to these East African women, I'm like, I mean, did he have like a resume? I mean, how do we know who he even was? I mean, why would they go to a random stranger's home at night? Does any women know him? Who advocated for him? Is he a certain person of power that's not just, usually gonna give up his power by doing something foolish? No, he was just a random guy. He was like a tourist traveling here and he offed a woman. I'm not surprised. Why are you telling me that? I've had too many East African women tell me this. Like, it was always in East Africa too, man. I mean, they're constantly telling me these stories, and I'm like, I don't. My heart goes out to them. Nobody deserves to be offed, right? But I'm like, sometimes your stupidity puts you in messed up situations. Some of these African women, they got finessed by this Russian guy. They grew up in affluent homes. Some of them are middle class. Some of them are, having everything that they need, but they said, I want things. I want to have a new bag. I want to have a Chanel purse. I want to try going to, Ukraine or Russia or wherever the Russian guy was from. They say he was really Ukrainian, but let's just call Russia, whatever, right? But yeah, a lot of these chicks, they say in Africa, they want to be boss babes. So yeah, a lot of times you're going to have to take some risk and get finesse. And unfortunately, the thing about taking these risks is that you might not be able to return. And some risk, honestly, baby girl, is just not worth the reward. My heart really do go out to a lot of these chicks because I'm like, damn, you really risking your life? Maybe for a fake Chanel bag or something? Like, shorty, like, value yourself. When will they value themselves, right? It's sad, y'all. It's sad. It's sad, man. KR says anyone with a foreign passport could have done the same thing because there are enough 304s to go around. Some are whitewashed while others have given up on local men. Okay. Good point. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Yeah, it could be any of y'all dudes can go into Africa and do this type of thing too. A lot of women dream about a foreigner taking them abroad. Facts not feelings. Excuse me, y'all. I swear this writing is like this big, like the size of an ant's butt. It's so hard to read these like things. I might have to blow up my text on this thing because it's like the writing's so tiny. So facts not feelings says, notice the white T man did not do this in Muslim Black African countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, or Niger. Good point. And I like that you said that, brother. I like that you said that. Now, recently, I did a Patreon video, patreon.com/traveltriberaw. I did a Patreon video where I spoke to a brother about his conversation with Ibrahim Traoré, who is the president of Burkina Faso. Check that video out because I'm going to tell y'all this. There's only certain countries they doing this in. I'm going to keep it a bean with y'all. And I've been saying this from the get-go. These African women, when I first started traveling to Africa, I seen certain issues, right? But once I seen them legalize only you guys know that website that the ladies can show their bodies off. Once they started legalizing certain things in these countries, I started realizing, I said, man, things started going downhill. It was right there where things started going downhill, and I was like, oh man, I was like, golly, now the future of this country is kind of questionable because you guys are legalizing some things that doesn't promote the growth of a healthy country, more of a, deteriorating one. So, that was unfortunate, man. So, yeah. So that was unfortunate. Muslim, Black African countries keep their women in check. Yeah, that's something we definitely see. This person, Maikum Wam says, we don't want FBAs in Africa. Golly, I guess we're gonna have to get rid of them, guys. It's unfortunate. Go ahead and tell Maikum Michael Wam Wam, goodbye. Mal pick a wow wow, chicka chicka wow wow. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and tell them goodbye, y'all. We about to ban them. It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'm going to tell you all about it when I see you again. Poor guy. He was so sick and stuck in his disgusting, filthy tether sickness that he couldn't even hear anything else. He was just so enraged. I mean, all that tether talk. I mean, he was just so enraged, y'all. I mean, golly, we've been on live for an hour and 30 minutes since this tether has been in my chat. All he did was talk about how, you Black Americans hate Africans and you guys shouldn't come to our country, our continent. Oh my goodness, don't come to this continent. Oh, we don't like you guys. You guys are mean and all that. I'm like, damn, dude. I mean, I'm not the channel for that. Like, I am an advocate for melanated people across the world. Now, if you're a tether, I don't advocate for you. I want the worst to happen to you. And I mean that in the realest way possible. I do want the worst for you. I want everything bad for your life to, go exactly like that. Definitely, definitely. But for the good melanated brothers and African people, yeah, I want to see them in their Mercedes G-Wagons. I want to see them living good too. You feel me? Like, especially the youth, the youth don't deserve to be living in certain ways. I look at melanin people across the board, across all countries. I'm like, man, we all in the same boat for real. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? We can go back and forth as much as y'all fools want to, but we all in the same boat. That's a fact. It's so funny to me too. I mean, when people be in their feelings and it's like, damn, man, golly, just be honest. It's like a gnat. Got it. Damn, mother. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gotta when y'all go to Africa, I hope, God forbid, that y'all experience the mosquitoes I experienced, man. These mosquitoes are the real predators. See, everybody talking about this goddamn Russian dude. We need to talk about these goddamn African mosquitoes, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, get the hell. I mean, I swear it's like they're in your head. Like, get it out, get it out, get it out. Like, I'd be losing it, boy. Oh my goodness. It don't matter how nice your apartment is in these African countries, boy. I'm telling you, them mosquitoes, they're gonna find a way, man. They're gonna find a way. I remember I was on the top floor of this nice luxury apartment, and they still found a way in there. I was like, God damn. Y'all see, I'm in space right now, and I'm still hearing these African mosquitoes. God, look at the stars in the background. I'm in space, and these African mosquitoes is still trying to get me. Anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and talk about Auston Holleman, man. I know a lot of people, we've been talking about this Russian dude for a minute. Let's talk about Auston Holleman. Okay, so allegedly, from what my sources tell me, they say Auston Holleman has gotten his woman pregnant. And they told me that I can find this inside of his recent video that he uploaded about a honeymoon with his wife. So let's go ahead and check that out. And I think it's important too to just kind of throw in real quick. Us Black Passport Bros, we don't have, or Black men traveling, because I know they group us all together. We don't have the same rap sheet as a lot of these white tea people. Just saying. Shout out to the white tea people. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all white tea people. Y'all white tea. Oh shoot, is this Micah Mooga Booga? Uh-oh. I think we got Micah Booga Wooga. Yeah. Micah Booga Wooga, is that you? Micah Booga Wooga. I think we got Micah Booga Wooga, the tether, y'all. I think we got tether. Micah Booga Wooga. Mike.
I'll speak to you when you say something intelligent and stop acting like a clown.
Oh, you a girl. Oh, shoot. Okay, we got a sister. We got a confused sister, but,
You're the confused one. Look at how you're talking.
Hold on. Wait. I'll let you talk, but we can't do no curse words, okay? We can't do no curse words. I thought you was a girl. I thought you was a dude this whole time. Your name is Michael. Mike. Anyways, but I'll let you talk. I'm gonna bring you back up. We just can't have no curse words, okay? That's the only thing. That's the only thing I request. Just no curse words, all right?
Stop acting.
Hold on. You still talking. I need you to understand. We gonna let you up. I see you're angry. We just need no curse
You're
words.
the angry one. You're the one who's being angry. What am I?
Okay,
what do I have to be upset about?
So please just present your point. Why are you so frustrated in these comments? Because I mean, sister, what's up? Talk to us.
Why would I be frustrated? I'm chilling. I'm just saying my piece the same way you're saying your piece. Why shouldn't I say my piece?
You've been texting here on my chat for an hour and a half like you ain't had no Valentine's Day.
Well, when you go live, don't you expect people in your chat? Like when you go live, you expect people in your chat, right? That's exactly the point. That's the reason why you're live. You're expecting people to engage.
Why are you so angry?
Why are you so angry?
I'm not angry. I'm happy.
I'm not angry. I'm chill. Like you're the one who's angry. You're the one who's projecting all these negative and stereotypical narratives. So I'm just asking you to be accountable.
No problem. What have I said that's negative and is a stereotype?
I looked at your channel. Did you have a video where you posted about how white Africana women are this and that, and you're out here crying about how African women can have a preference for different ethnicities of men?
Can you say what you said better though and more clear?
I think I was clear enough. If you can't comprehend what I'm saying,
really.
That's just you.
Not really. You're talking too quick. Just slow down, baby girl.
That's how I talk. No. That's how I talk. I don't have to speak how you speak. I have my own way.
No. You can speak how you want to speak. Just slow it down a little bit.
You just comprehend what I'm saying. I asked you a question. Did you post a video where you're talking about how white Africana women are this and that, but you're out here crying about how African women have
Africana? What does that mean? White Africana.
You've been in South Africa, right? I saw a video on your channel where you went to South Africa. So don't act dumb. Don't play dumb. You know what a white
Hold on, silly goose. Hold on. Talk slower, okay? Number one, I made a video saying my experience when I was in South Africa with a white tea South African woman. She treated me very, very well. And I did also say in that video that Black women inside of South Africa are also great. But from my experience, from all the months I was in South Africa, I said the white tea South African woman treated me with a lot of love and a lot of respect. And I said, you can possibly find this in other areas. Unfortunately, in my experience inside of South Africa, I've seen a few decent, South African women, but the one that really that stood out was the white tea South African woman. So that's the first point. You said that I'm dumb. I just want you to explain your reasoning to how that's dumb. I don't know if you watched the full video in length. I don't know if you felt as though I was, being discriminatory against African women or something like that. But I've spoken very greatly on African women. I mean, I love African women. Nobody advocates for African women as well as I do. So go ahead and maybe help us understand, what's your issues. I mean, I always speak well on African women. She left. Oh man, come on, man. That's the thing, man. These emotional tethers, man, they too emotional. This girl came in here to she worse than these goddamn mosquitoes, man. Just in your ear, like get out of my ear. It's loud, man. Like damn, she loud. Golly, man, golly. Let's go ahead and see real quick. Fresh Boy says, doesn't matter if they're Muslim or Christian, Senegalese are 99% Muslim. I just found a ring picking young boys for a white man in France. Okay, interesting. There is a certain way that Muslims live that is a bit different than others. So we'll say that. We have Facts Not Feeling says Kenya ran out Auston Holleman and gave the white tea Ukrainian a free pass. Yeah, it looks like that, right? I mean, they had a lot to say about Auston, right? They had a lot to say about him. It was really weird. I'm like, damn, what about the the Russian or Ukrainian guy that was just inside of Kenya and Ghana? But I'm happy to see that they're keeping that same energy. But yeah, back to that tether, man. I mean, geez, she was in her feelings, right? I mean, wow, like we not even talking about. I mean, we talking about Black African women respecting themselves, and we broke down the psychology of how some of them, it's the subconscious Jesus imagery that they're constantly seeing, and this is why they may praise the white T man. Maybe some of them didn't have the opportunities, and they look at these white T people as an opportunity. But we had to call out some of the African women and say, no, some African women are not poor. They don't come from poor families, and they're just greedy. They have everything they need. They just want more. They want the yachts. They want to live a boss babe lifestyle. And I could tell, it's just after Valentine's Day, guys. We might get a lot of these ladies calling in that are really upset, because honestly, let's keep it a bean. When your man doesn't get you nothing for Valentine's Day and stuff like that, these ladies and their, how they get y'all, so it's we got an African tether. She's mad that she didn't get a Valentine's Day gift. My heart goes out to her. You're still free to call in, Mooga Booga. You're still free to call in. It's all love at the end of the day. But don't run. Don't run. Okay, don't run. We definitely want you here, but just don't run. Okay. We need to, if we're gonna have a conversation, we gotta give each other a turn. You know what I'm saying? You make one point, and I go ahead and give my rebuttal. I make a point to you, you give your rebuttal. Simple as that. But I know that's the last thing a woman wants to hear is a man telling her what to do after Valentine's Day. We could tell she ain't getting no gift. Would y'all get that chick that just called in a gift for Valentine's Day? Y'all let me know real quick. Would y'all get her a gift? She should have stayed and got educated. Yeah, brother, they can't handle the truth, man. They can't, and that's the unfortunate thing about people in this life, man. A lot of people can't handle it. They just can't handle it. I mean, it's like we could have had a great discussion. I mean, she was here for an hour and a half, just screaming and hollering. You Black Americans hate us. You guys hate us, and you guys are mean to us. You guys are mean. It's so sad, y'all. It's so sad, man. It's so sad. It's so sad. But anyways, let's go ahead and get on to Auston Holleman. Shout out to Mooga Booga for calling in. Shout out to everybody that's here. Hit the super chat, y'all. Show some love. Facts Not Feelings says most of these Kenyans and Ghanaian women are not mad at this YT Ukrainian man. They quietly are okay with him sleeping with so many of them. Always remember, many Black women are okay with sharing a man. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point. Oh, wow. We need to talk about that. We need to talk about that, actually, before we get to Auston. We're just going to do 1 minute talking about this. Something that is not commonly known is that a lot of these ladies are actually cool with polygamy. A lot of these African women are actually very okay with polygamy, especially as it pertains to a white T-man. They can do it with a white T-man. A Black American man, possibly. Y'all seen I've done my polygamous journey. Other guys, maybe they can pull it off too. It's not the easiest if you're doing it real. Like I was trying to engage in similar to a Muslim form of union for my polygamy, but anyways. But yeah, they'll definitely do that because that Russian guy, he was having two ladies come through and they was cool. It seemed like they knew each other and they was like, okay with sharing the man. So yeah, that's a good point. They're definitely cool with polygamy if you got that pale skin. Most definitely. And it's unfortunate because a lot of these chicks, they want to live just like this picture that you guys can see. Basic Dubai trip, have the nice outfits, maybe get a BBL. Shout out to this natural queen on the screen. You know what I'm saying? But that's how they want to be living, right? That's how they want to be living. So that's just what it is. Facts Not Feeling says, true, they are okay with white people doing it. Yep. Most definitely. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on to Auston Holleman, y'all. I know y'all been like, damn, this dude still on the Russian. All right, let's rush and get over to Auston Holleman. All right. Shout out to everybody that's here. Hit the super chat as well. Patreon.com/traveltriberaw also for some great exclusive content. Let me see real quick. Let me see something. Auston. It's so crazy. Every time I try to look up Auston Holleman's channel, I be forgetting his name. I'm like, oh, wait. That's the name of his channel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't be using their full governments to do their damn channels and stuff. So let's go ahead and see if Auston Holleman has really got this woman pregnant. Shout out to Austin if he did. I mean, I guess it's his wife. And I was told this by some people that have let me know, you know, one person said she shows a baby bump like she's crowning or something. And so I don't even know what crowning means. I think that means like you can see like the bump, but it's like looks like a crown or something. And then somebody else told me that in the recent video that he uploaded, she mentions that she's pregnant or something. So let's go ahead and check out this video and see if it's true. Of course, this is all, you know, of course, on Austin, if it is or if it's not. I mean, he doesn't owe us to let us know if he's going to have a kid. But let's go ahead and see what's up. Let's go ahead and see what's up. All right. So let's full screen this. Boom. Plow. Pow. Boom. Bam. Pop. Austin, this dude, I mean, this dude with his copyright songs and music. This dude with his copyright songs and music. God, how you? This dude ain't making no money from his videos, man. There ain't no way. Ain't no way this dude. Oh, nah, Austin, you must have
been took. Right now, getting on the airplane to go to Luanda. You know, there's people that have gotten sucked up in the plane engine.
Oh, that's why
and gotten chopped up.
Excuse me, y'all. I'm just gonna spit on the side. I've been holding this mic for a minute, kind of getting tired. I'm gonna put the mic down for a second. We just gonna watch this video for a little bit, and then I'm gonna react.
Yeah, walk in front of me. Look at Z, you guys. She's so happy. She's about to be terrified to fly. Hello. Boa tarde.
Quem tá aí? Mais?
And look at all the extra space.
Mais jovem é a Rosalina. Yeah.
That's rare. Let me see your bag. All right, Z, so are you nervous for your first flight?
Not at all, actually. I'm excited.
My bad, y'all. I'd be so proud of my brothers, man. I'd be so proud of my brothers, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be proud of the black man, man. I'm sorry to be proud of the foundational black man. Actually, I'm not mother effer sorry, man. I'm unapologetic mother effer. I'm not sorry at all, man. I'm happy as hell. This brother got a big old smile on his face, got him a beautiful woman. You know, I'm just happy to see it, man. You know, it's so hard in America sometimes, you know, but there is some good foundational black American sisters. But, you know, hey, you know, if you found some love with an African queen, whatever it is, cool. You know what I'm saying? That works too, right? That works too. So I'm just happy for the brother, man. So if y'all see me smiling, excuse me for that. But my hand getting tired. I've been holding this mic, so let me let y'all keep watching.
We'll see when it start hitting the runway how she feel. I won't record her.
We still have to pray, though.
We'll pray. I pray every time. Yeah, she has the best prayer. She prays better than me.
They be praying together. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. How can you not be happy for this brother, man? Dude, I mean, I just be so happy to hear it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if his woman is pregnant, man, that's a blessing for real. Like, man, shout out to them, man. Shout out to them, bro. He know about her prayers. I mean, God damn, like, I mean, you feel me? Facts, like, yo, I mean, it's beautiful. Like, y'all, this is love, man. This is life when you meet the right one, bruh. Golly, it's such a good feeling. Such a good feeling. You could, man, it's so beautiful, man. I'm just happy this dude happy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we see how it is when you first get to Africa. I always say for all you brothers, when you first get to Africa, for when you first start traveling around the world, go ahead and experience women. Finally experience, you know, beautiful scenery, beautiful cultures. just embrace the country that you're in and have a good time. Just enjoy. Don't think about no marriage. Don't think about nothing. Just get your head right, meditate, work, and get on your grind to further your legacy. That's all I preach here on this channel. And to see this brother go from somebody that was in the club, somebody told me, oh, he don't drink or smoke or whatever he was doing a lot of. Somebody told me that he was drinking or smoking a lot, and now he don't do too much of that. I'm just happy for the brother, man. I'm just happy for the brother, man. I'm just happy. You know what I'm saying? Because now to see him, he's in a club with the ladies. Now he over here with the woman that's making him happy, flying around with her and shit. This is how life is supposed to be, man. And this is how it is when you guys travel and get outside of your comfort zone and go to these foreign countries. Man, I'm telling y'all, it's worth it. On a Patreon, what y'all think we talking about? We talking about legacy building. We talking about business. And we got the ladies on the podcast. That's all we basically talk about on the Patreon. You know what I'm saying? And when you see how some of these ladies are so feminine, you have the ladies that are party girls, still feminine, and you have the ladies that are, more wifey material. It's nice that you have that, but they all respectful. They all soft-spoken, all feminine and sweet. In America, man, it's like, what can you do for me? Can you give me money? Money. Give me money. I don't care about you. Give me money. You're not human. Give me money. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the decent foundational Black American sisters, but y'all know how it is.
But there's nobody that prays better than the other. Just as long as you talk to God, it's your own language to God.
She's an expert. You guys hear her? So anyway, we'll be holding hands whenever the flight takes off because she's probably gonna be holding onto the seat like this. At least that's what I did when I first started flying. It feels like it's the gravity thing that makes you feel so nervous. But even I've flown like at least 100 flights in the past 4 years. And like, yeah, I still get nervous going up and down. So we'll see you guys in Angola.
Whoa. What's that? I just put the budget.
Man, it's so beautiful so far, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm so proud of this brother, man.
We're like, what, alcohol thing out. I'm gonna have. All right, I'm cutting my alcohol thing out. I'm gonna have me a glass of wine today. We're like, what, 12, 13 days?
Well, a win is a win, man. He stopped drinking alcohol for a while, and he just said he's gonna pour himself a little reward glass. Nope, I'm not mad at that, man. Drink away, Austin.
Mine's sharp. I don't even like the slow, groggy feeling that I get from drinking. So.
And we have Facts Not Feeling says Holleman better hope she don't change. Well, call into the show, damn it. You think she gonna change? She seemed decent to me, but hey, man, when you've been in the field for a minute, you know how it is, man. But at some point in time, y'all, we gotta remember, not all these crazy experiences we have with ladies are the same. There is some women that actually do want to see their man win. They do want to further, the legacy of the family, the legacy of the man that she's decided to be a part of. Some women do take marriage serious. So we do have to remember that a lot of times, a lot of passport bros or a lot of traveling men, or a lot of times we're really just traumatized. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell brothers, you guys got to get therapy. We all got to get therapy before getting into any type of relationship, man. It's so important because when you've been in a traumatic state and people have constantly been just using you as a doormat, mistreating you and treating you less than human, you go to these other countries and you get with these women, then you start giving them the issues, and anger just on little small things that they do. But they're not really the problem. You know what I'm saying? They're not really the problem. It's really the fact that you came from a messed up environment and now you somewhere else. So let's continue the reaction.
So we're now in Luanda, Angola. This is my 4th time here. It is like 5 p.m. right now. We're about an hour away from the city. So even if we left right now, we would get there around 6, 7 o'clock. But the city, I heard, closes at like 10 p.m. But we have a 16-hour layover, so it would make sense. But I don't know. We'll make some decisions. But how do you feel after your first flight?
Amazing. It was so nice. Oh my goodness, just to see the work of God, the beauty. Like it was just so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't mind doing it again.
She's about to tomorrow morning. So anyway, this is what the airport looks like.
My bad. I know I keep stopping it, y'all. I swear I'm going to do better at this. I just want to say traveling with your shorty is a 10 out of 10 experience. There's been ladies I've traveled with throughout this world, and man, it's really, really nice, y'all, because it's just y'all two. And when she's a non-stressful and peaceful woman, it's really nice going ahead and experiencing life with such a nice feminine woman, man. It's so nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just nice, man. You guys don't, some people don't understand this yet. Like, it takes a certain level to understand, like, being with a feminine woman versus being with all these other women. Just a woman that is just a good woman versus all these other women. You know, y'all know me personally, man. I'm big time FBA. I'm black first. Y'all know how it goes over here. You know, I keep the black fist on me. I'm serious about my melanin. I'm serious about my people. But when I was inside of South Africa, that white woman treated me very well. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. She treated me very, very well. And you know, there was some South African black women that treated me good too. But given the situation that had occurred, because you guys know I host a podcast, you guys can check that out at patreon.com/traveltriberaw. But you guys do know I run a podcast. And on that podcast, you know, I had so many ladies there, and there was some stuff that had went down. And one of the ladies was trying to fight the other ladies, and the white girl just really helped me out with everything. I mean, she helped out a lot, y'all. And while I am black first and all that stuff, you know, you can appreciate a good woman. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you could just appreciate a good woman. You know what I'm saying? We're not about to discriminate and be on some old, you know, oh, she white, so you can't appreciate her. You got to talk down on her because she a white woman. You know, I ain't on that time, man. I ain't on that time. There's some decent people around this world. You know what I'm saying? There's some decent people, decent Asian women, decent Indian women. I'm not about to talk down on people. You know, Travel Lover says she does sound like a faithful lady that will most likely make a great wife. Congratulations to Brother Austin. I know, man. Shout out to Travel Lover for being happy for this brother, man. I feel like so many people don't be happy for this brother, but I mean, we should all be happy as somebody that was in a club all the time and drinking or smoking or whatever he was doing, you know, and I don't watch this channel too much, so excuse me if I'm saying the wrong thing, but it's nice to see that this brother is out here, you know, with a decent shorty. Now, I do want to let you brothers know, a lot of these women in Africa, they do all come off pretty feminine like this, right? A lot of women in Africa, you know, they do come off feminine, okay? I'm just going to let y'all know that. A lot of women in Africa come off feminine, and I don't want y'all to think just because you go to Africa or one of these countries in Asia or one of these countries, you know, in South America, the first woman that you run into, you think to yourself, oh, she's feminine and soft and sweet like Austin's girl, so she must be wifey, and let me go ahead and jump into a relationship. I want you guys to exercise extreme caution because, yeah, these ladies are feminine and more feminine than the Western women. Sometimes they just know how to fake it because they know exactly what you are looking for. You know what I'm saying? They know exactly what it is, what they need to do to get that money out of you. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? So just because Austin got a decent joint don't mean that everybody's going to be as lucky, right? You know, women switch up. You know what I'm saying? Women switch up sometimes. So yeah, I just got to exercise caution. It seems like Austin has known this woman for quite some time. So maybe that's, you know, why he decided to marry her. And maybe that's why he decided to travel with her and maybe even give her a kid. You know, who knows? I think she's pregnant. That's what somebody told me. So, or a few people told me, you know, so we about to see. We about to see. Apparently she says it in this video if she's pregnant or not. You know, and somebody said her stomach. I don't know. She hardened her stomach a little bit. I don't know. She is kind of covering that stomach, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. She is kind of covering that stomach a little bit. I ain't gonna lie now. Rain says the reason she ran is because her emotions and disrespect with her tone. Oh, she's talking about the woman from earlier. Yeah, that woman from earlier, she ran, you know, because she couldn't take the smoke. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, man. Very unfortunate. But let's continue with Auston Holleman.
At like 10 p.m., but we have a 16-hour layover. So how do you feel?
See the work of God, the beauty. I wouldn't mind doing it again.
She's about to. Tomorrow morning. So anyway, this is what the airport looks like.
Oh, this is not like an escalator. I almost fell to the back.
Tomorrow, on the way back, after we leave Ethiopia, I'm gonna do a couple more countries, and I think we'll go to Angola on the way back to Windhoek, Namibia.
She look pregnant, y'all. She look pregnant. What is the women here? Can somebody tell me what a crown looks like? They say when a woman has a crown on her stomach, that means she's pregnant or something. Somebody says she crowning. Y'all think she pregnant? If she is, congrats. You know what I'm saying? I can't really tell. Apparently, she's supposed to say it in this video. Let's continue. And I'm done talking. I'm going to let it play out, y'all. My bad. I'm going to let it play out. Auston Holleman apparently got his wife pregnant. Congratulations to them. If it's true, this is their information. This is their business. If they don't want to tell us, that's cool too. I'm just going off what people told me. Let's continue.
So now we are stuck in Angola for the next 13 hours.
Yeah.
And the light looks great. I look fine. Like I thought she was fine. I look fine. Look, she get something to eat here in a minute.
My bad, y'all. This music. The music is. I gotta skip the music so I don't get copyrighted.
Maybe you don't know how to take pictures.
She said I don't know how to take pictures. Guys, look at how good I did my haircut.
Show the picture.
Show the picture. It ain't
You
on
have
my
it
phone.
on your phone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Show them my fade. Look at how good I did my fade. You think you could have did that? Like this picture.
The like
1/8 plus 1/8 equals 1/4. 1/2.
Z is so excited. Right? That didn't sound like she trying to be respectful for the plane, you guys. Hold on. We made it.
where we sitting?
We're just going over there.
Huh?
We're just going right there.
Oh, okay.
So you guys, Z is officially an M-Pesa member. She's got her Kenyan stamp. She's in Kenya. Can you guys believe it? She's in Kenya.
I can't believe it.
So now I said that she was coming to Kenya, and y'all thought I was just playing about that.
Now I got to give Auston some advice. Something's going on in East Africa right now, Auston. Something's going on in East Africa. These ladies in East Africa is doing a lot of immoral behavior these days. I just got to keep it a bean. There is some great Kenyan women. There's some great East African women. Ugandan women are up there, right? But guys, I'm telling y'all, you got to be careful out here. You know what I'm saying? Especially bring your women around certain cultures, you know, that is foreign to her. You know what I'm saying? She might already be foreign, she's foreign to you. But when you now take her into another environment, you just got to be careful. So hopefully, Brother Auston, I'm sure he already knows how to do this. But I'm just saying, be careful. Because what we seeing with this Russian dude, you know, he can basically go up to any joint. These these dudes can go up to any joint, you know, and let's say his woman's not like that right now. But if you have her around these Kenyan girls, you know, and not all Kenyan girls are going to be falling for these white tea men, right? Or these Asian men, the Indian men, blah, blah, blah. But you get her around certain women inside of some of these countries where, you know, this is kind of how it is. You know, it's not good for the woman's mental health. And I'm a strong advocate. If you're going to protect your woman physically as a man, it's also important to protect her mentally. You know, you got to protect them mentally. Men constantly miss that mark a lot of times. You got to protect her mentally, what she's ingesting mentally just as much as physically, right? You know, very important. Let's continue, though. I just had to say that.
And I can see that y'all believe me now. So we're going to
call into the show, y'all. The link is inside the chat. I'm putting a link in the chat right now.
Walk around. I'm going to show her some spots that I go to. It's Monday, so it's not going to be as much going on, but I'm going to show her some spots, and then we'll get a review from a...
I'd like to freshen up first.
From a Southwest African. Oh, no. We're definitely going to just let her walk around in the clothes she's been wearing for the past 2 days.
You guys got me, guys.
No, but yeah, so obviously we're going to let her freshen up. I need to as well. And then we'll go to, I'm going to let her get a Southwest African's opinion on the first day.
It feels like home, like it feels like Jetmans, or not Jetmans, it feels like Namibia or South Africa. That's what it feels like. So far. I haven't even been.
Hello? As you guys can see, Z is walking through Kilimani. We got a Namibian in Kenya now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take her to a great place called Roadhouse. We're gonna try some of their food. That's one of the best spots. And I'm just gonna give them a free shout out because they take a long time to make it, but it's well worth the wait and it's very affordable. So I'm gonna take her there and I'm gonna show you guys, and then we're gonna find something else to do tonight. And then we'll probably get into some real action tomorrow because like I said, it's Monday, so there ain't much going on today. Unless if it's a nightclub, and if she wants to, that's okay, but... Huh?
What?
I said if you want to go to a nightclub, that's okay, but I'll leave it up to you. But that's not really my... Oh, let me not say that guy gonna say I need to take the lead, right?
Nonsense, yeah. No.
Even on your birthday, I take the lead. No decisions for you.
Yeah.
I'm in charge. That's how it would be. Guys, yeah. The majority of Nairobi is apartments.
Oh, okay. There's many people.
Telling Z about that one time I was drunk, and me being drunk was not the problem. But there was a hole in the floor out here on the sidewalk outside of Lavington Mall, and I fell through the hole and fell in the sewage water and got infected to the point where I couldn't even walk. So Z wants to look at some dresses here. She's impressed by how she said the mannequins have ass. So that way we know it'll fit you good.
Yeah, this dress is so cute.
That one is nice.
Yeah.
Okay. How much is this dress?
15 West. How much are you?
The whole set is $1,500.
For the dress.
Oh, for the dress. That's just the pants.
We have this for 2,000. We have another one for 15.
What feeling did you say you just had about Nairobi?
It feels like home. It feels more like home.
And she been here 5 minutes. So we got another African telling you something. Because at first they were like, oh, you're just getting an American treatment.
This one is mango.
Now she feels it. That's mango? This one tastes like it has a little bit too. All right.
Oh, but wait, I'll give you guys a full rundown or report, whatever, but later.
I started my degree in 1986, 30 years.
World famous Roadhouse for Kilimani. If you guys know about Roadhouse, I'm gonna show you guys. We got 1.5 kilos of mbuzi choma and ugali. She calls it pop in her country.
Yeah.
And in Botswana they call it pop too. And then we got the spinach looking
Papo Shifima.
Papo Shifima.
Yeah.
Maybe you think about the said it looks yummy. seen a Kenyan do it. She said they wouldn't like it.
I just did it because we need to get A out. I also want to wait. You might want to wait for it. Sure. Place.
Restaurant, one of my favorite restaurants. But yeah, this is one of the best places. She's been recording so much. She's about to be a whole influencer after this trip. She got more of the best places. The Easy.
We like flavor.
Z is checking out the Robot Cafe. We're about to go upstairs.
Shout out to the Robot Cafe. Really fun experience. I took some ladies there. We had a great time. Yeah, shout out to the Robot Cafe. The smoothies are actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie to y'all. The smoothies are actually pretty good. And I know y'all thinking to yourself, did you really just pause this video to tell us the damn smoothies is good? Y'all, the smoothies are actually pretty good. I don't know what they putting in it, but it's tasting really good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They did something to it, y'all. It was really good when I had it. So shout out to that. That mall. That mall is really nice too.
There's to eat at the Easy restaurant, one of my favorite restaurants. But yeah, this is one of the best places. She's been recording so much. She's about to be a whole influencer after this trip. She got more footage than me. So we got our food here at the restaurant. What do you think, Z?
Loving it.
She loves it. One of the best restaurants in the city, I'll say. So we got a Namibian in Kenya. She's loving it already. We about to take her to get fish. She said the Kenyan women are so ladylike.
The way they sit on the bike, even it's like the hands on the left, back straight. It's so lady.
He is going into
it might be my trauma, but I don't like this. I feel like this means somebody been on social media a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying? But nah, you know what I'm saying? That's small little thing. Of course, you're on social media, probably watching little things, but I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I don't want my joint to copy anything that's from America. It might be the trauma, y'all. That might be the trauma talking. That's what I'm telling y'all. Everybody need to get therapy, man. Everybody need therapy because goddamn. You know what I'm saying? It'd be little things like, I mean, just imagine being in Africa and when the African lady's talking about period and you, the hell you mean? Oh, wait, she's African. She don't even mean it like, okay. All right, yeah. Clock it. Oh, whoa, what the? Oh, wait, she African. Oh, okay. She, I just remember being, at sleep at home and, my upstairs neighbors, they used to just be drinking Don Julio at 3 a.m. in the morning, just clock it. And in Africa, we got to worry about these loud ass mosquitoes at nighttime. In America, we got to worry about these loud ass shorties that be drinking down a whole bottle of Don Julio for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know what I'm saying? They both make similar noises. Anyways, let's get back to the video though. And we have Facts Not Feeling says, brothers, it's worse than actually we have Travel Lover comes in first and says, Auston made me give up on my travels for a good Christian traditional marriage for a much happier and much fulfilling family life as taught to us by Christ and readily available in the Holy Bible. Okay, cool. Hey, whatever works for you, brother, whatever works for you, Now, it is important to also mention, because I know you said, he assisted you giving up with your travels, but it is important to also mention that if you is going to travel and you looking for a Christian woman, you said that Auston made you give up on your travels and, now you're just going to pursue Christian women. But it's also important to keep in mind that just because a woman says she's Christian in America, that can mean something completely different from when you're actually traveling to another country. The women in other countries, you notice some women when they're in a church, they take that serious. In America, bodies galore, bodies on top of bodies on top of bodies on top of bodies. She's 30 years old. She wants to be a born again virgin, and that's just what it is. In Africa, no, these ladies really be virgins. They might have waited till marriage and they taken the word of Christ serious. So just keep that in mind as you say you gave up your travels. I don't think you should give up your travels, brother. I definitely think you should still, still travel, you know, and you might be lucky and find a small percentage of women in America that still, or whatever country you're in, that still take the Bible serious. But a lot of women in Western countries do not take that Bible serious anymore. It's very unfortunate. You even see some Muslims, they don't even take their own Quran serious anymore. It's very unfortunate, very unfortunate. You know, yeah, it's unfortunate. Facts Not Feelings says, brothers, it's worse than we think. With East Africa, I hear stories of white tea men walking in a club and taking black women from a black local man and taking her home, and she goes willingly. Yeah, yeah, be like that sometimes. You know, East Africa is just, oh man. I mean, it happens all around Africa, but East Africa, I've seen it a lot, y'all. You guys know I've been all around Africa, and I'm not here to ever lie to you guys. I'm an advocate for Africa. I love my melanin people, but yeah, it's like that in East Africa, man. It's like that. It's like that. And I just got to keep it raw and real with y'all, man. It's like that. They be like that. You know, they be like that. It's just like that. I can't lie to y'all, man. It's just like that. You know, and East Africa is like the worst I've seen it out of everywhere I've been. You know, even South Africa wasn't like that. You know, I mean, I don't know if this has, I'm pretty sure it has something to do with poverty, right? Like, you know, of course, maybe in East Africa, there might be certain levels of poverty in certain areas. So, you know, of course, they might see the white man as an opportunity. A lot of them don't really like white tea guys anyways. This really just all a front. Wink, wink. Shout out to the boss babes. We see y'all, sisters. We see y'all. Go ahead and get that money. And, you know, anyways, let's keep it. But anyways, yeah. But yeah, a lot of times it ain't even really all that, you know. A lot of times it's just they just doing, you know, what they doing. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes we do see that. See, it's one thing to let a white tea guy trick off on you. It's another thing to praise him as a god and, you know, do your own men from your own country dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, break the covenant of your marriage and stuff. It's not too good. B Thomas says, I hate the finger tap too. Oh yeah, brother. Oh man, that little clocking. Yeah. Hey man, that oh gosh. It's like it's always something, man. They always making up something. But I appreciate them for doing this because it helps me globally to see which women are too infatuated by social media. One huge problem that I find with a lot of women overseas is how they take in an overconsumptuous amount of social media. That's something that I always have an issue with certain women, you know. Yeah, certain women that it's just like, man, you know, you watch too much social media, shorty. Like, you know, that's why sometimes y'all might see me with the woman, but if you guys want to know the major issue like I deal with chicks while I'm traveling, it's not disrespect, it's not rude behavior. It's the social media and television, unrealistic mentalities. You know what I'm saying? It's just not healthy. It's just not healthy. You know, we deal with that in Western countries already. That's something we don't want to be hearing. You know what I'm saying? A woman should be having the right to I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Women can have rights. We view you guys as human. Relax. I'm just saying I don't want you to be at the club at nighttime. And so I don't really deal with chicks like that, to be honest. But I'm just saying that's let me see what I can give an example of. Yeah, y'all want to hear a quick story time? I need somebody to say yeah, or we just gonna get back to Austin. Somebody say yeah, and then we'll just go back to Austin. Y'all want a quick story time with you know a certain scenario with one chick that I had an issue with in Africa? Let me know, y'all. Let me know. We got 30 seconds. We're gonna go 30 seconds on the clock. Y'all let me know. I got a good story. I just need somebody to say yeah real quick in the chat. Y'all want me to tell the story? What's up? Or we just go back to the video? Y'all want me to say what's up? What's up? You know? Okay, Travel Lover says yeah. Shout out to everybody saying yeah. All right, cool. So there was an African woman I was talking to, right? And this was a very fine woman, very feminine, very respectful, you know, very sweet, very good looking, a lot of great things from this woman. She was a pretty cool woman. And when you leave a Western country like America, you're just happy to be around feminine energy, to be honest. She had very beautiful natural hair. She had very beautiful skin. And, she was just, a beautiful woman, you know what I'm saying? In so many areas. But the problem lied when I start to realize this chick is damn near addicted to social media. And, it's to a point where she would send me like videos, right? She would send me certain videos, and it's just of women like getting like maybe a Mercedes G Wagon for their birthday. And, they have matching G Wagons and stuff. And, the girls that she was sending me in the videos, the grown women, let me not say girls because, anyways, but the women she was sending me was just all like, just extremely luxurious. And I'm like, even if I did have the money for that, I wouldn't be investing it inside of Mercedes Benz and stuff like that. I mean, if I'm doing something social media wise and I need a car for status, maybe I'll rent it or something like that. But I'm not that type of person that wants to push all my money into, Mercedes and BMWs. Like, I'm more for the people. You get what I'm saying? So when she kept showing me this, I started to realize, I said, damn, this woman wouldn't be great for my legacy. And as time went on, she just kept pushing. Like, when we would have any type of issue or something slight, guys, it was something really small, but I'm very particular, like, on what type of women I like. I have a type. My type is very feminine, very respectful, you know, default setting women. I'm a default setting man. So I like default setting women. You know, I don't like, women that, oh, they got all this stuff in their brain. They think, oh, now this is the new way women act. No, be a default setting women. When women were happy to be women, I'm a man that's happy to be a man. So be a woman that's happy to actually be who you are. I appreciate and I value you exactly as who you are as a womb man. You know what I'm saying? So as time went on, she kept sending me like videos and photos of certain things. And I'm just like, shorty, like, yeah, I might be in like these really nice penthouses sometimes because I'm doing videos and I have the ladies that I'm doing for my global podcast. But I'm like, this isn't like a regular lifestyle for me. Like, I live in, I have a few different places around the world, but I have like a very basic life. Like, my life is very like a basic kind of styled life, and I just think she just wanted way too much. And I noticed that even when there were certain issues, like, the chick would say like little things that would throw me off. Like, I'll be like, do you understand what I'm saying to you? Like, you get how this is a serious thing and you need to do this right? She'll be on some period. I'm like, do you understand what I'm saying? No, yeah, period. Oh, good. Oh, good. You know how the ladies do that? Oh, good. Yeah. No, I'm just saying, I agree with you. That's what she was saying. I'm like, you're chronically online. I can't like take you serious. You're not a real human. Like, you're a real human, of course, but you're not real. Like, you're just fabricated. Everything you see on social media is now your personality. You're not a real person. I hate to say this. It's unfortunate. You're just not real. Like, it's a cartoon character. It's not serious. It's just really weird behavior. So, you know, um, it just came a point to where I was like, man, even when it came to business, like, I would try to put this woman on to like certain things. And I'm like, could you do this for me? Can you do that for me? And, you know, I'm just like, she's constantly like doing other things like with her time. That's just social media. And I'm like, shorty, are you ever going to come to reality and do the like real life? Like, I mean, she actually cared about what people thought about her too. Like, I care about my image. I care about what people think about me, but to an extent. Like, I mean, man, like, guys, I'm telling you, it was bad. It was bad, man. She was just so social media. And I know there's probably some ladies that I've talked to watching this video right now as I'm on live stream. Like, I kid you guys not. We have some decent viewership for this whole entire live stream. Shout out to everybody that's here. And shout out most definitely to all my Patreon subscribers. A Patreon link in the description. We got over 50 plus members, a great group chat, and a whole bunch of good podcast videos from ladies around the world. But I think to myself, there's probably some ladies watching this video right now thinking, oh, he's talking about me. And the simple answer is, I'm not talking about you. The issue is that you guys all kind of act the same. Y'all all kind of act the same. All I requested was to simply, maybe lay off of the social media. But I'm also a person that doesn't like to change somebody too much, because I understand that changing somebody, that's not, you're turning them into somebody that they don't exactly want to be. Sometimes I like people to live in their fictitious fairy tale mindset, because I understand that if I try to change you and bring you to reality, you might end up hurting me or something like that out of anger, because I've taken you from your fiction, your fake life. You might actually like look at me and say, oh, he's the problem. He brought me into reality. I didn't like living a real lifestyle. I didn't want to care about my melanated people around the world. I didn't want to care about doing business globally around the world. I didn't want to care about helping out the melanated youth and just people around this planet. I wanted to live in fiction. I wanted to have like the nice cars and go to mansion parties and stuff. I want to go on private yachts and stuff. I wanted to live like that. So I don't like to change people too much. So I'm sure there's some ladies watching right now that, used to date me or talk to me, and they're probably like, oh, he's talking about me. I'm not talking about you, but a lot of people have so much similarities when I've traveled around that it's like, yeah, it's you might think I'm talking about you because you guys all kind of act the same. Shout out to the decent African women that I ran into, but man, it's like, damn, just getting them to do some work was like, it was difficult in itself, because I'm like, they don't really want to work. Like, I'm like shorty, like, you gotta work for the family business. Like, this is how I would have it if you were actually with me. Like, you gotta understand this how it works. But so there are some benefits of being with African women and just, melanated women around the world. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be, feminine, they're going to be very peaceful. When you tell them to do something, they'll do it. When you tell them to, the cooking, cleaning, they'll just do that naturally. They like to do great things. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of great women around the world, definitely. But something that has been the huge issue in just this whole dating life that I've had has always been social media. People not living in reality. You know what I'm saying? Some men are even like this too. But I'm only dating women here, so I can only speak on the ladies. You know what I'm saying? The ladies, I'm telling you, it's just wow. It's like, it's just unfortunate. Let's get back to the video though, y'all. Let's get back to the video.
Kenyan Chinatown. Look, she's walking like a boss. She's walking like she already know where she at.
The Western influence is just so heavy, guys. It's so heavy. That's why I say when you get a woman and she's already not really on social media like that, you got to protect her mindset. I swear to you guys, that will make so much difference. Number one, always remember this, guys. If you don't remember anything I say, remember this. Physically protecting your woman is one thing. You're supposed to protect her, right? And provide as well, right? Protection doesn't just mean fighting a man. You also have to fight some of these governments that, their whole entire goal is to overthrow the feminine, the beautiful feminine mindset, of a woman, make her not care about her child, make her think infidelity is okay, make her think. You have to counter this as a man. You can't just protect her physically. You have to also protect her mentally too. It's just a fact, So let's continue.
The restaurant we ate at was back here.
Okay.
We were looking for this fried fish, but
no,
couldn't.
I'm sorry, that was funny as hell. He said the restaurant we ate was back here. She said, okay.
Okay.
Like,
we were looking for this fried fish.
No, that was funny. I'm sorry, that was funny.
Okay.
We were looking for this fried fish, but couldn't find it. I should have called them. Chinatown in Kenya.
Y'all see what's on y'all screen, right? Chinatown in Kenya. Interesting. Interesting, right? Interesting. I'm just saying, it's interesting. It's interesting, right? Because one thing we can say about foundational Black Americans in our communities, see, it always started with just one little liquor store, one little corner store, one little, little Chinese store. then they start bringing their family, their relatives over, and then they start doing this, you know, more little family businesses and little mom and pop shops and supermarkets and stuff. And they basically in your city, they in your hood as a foundation Black American. And one thing we know, once they get there, they not about to leave, you know, and we don't want them to leave. They're going to be peaceful. But what have we seen in some of these foundational Black American communities? We see how they get. They want to follow you around the store. They want to act like they own a place. Like, don't you understand? This is our section. Like, this is us. We are the ones here. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all moved in, you know? So I hope that doesn't happen to some of these countries that have given so much land and so much power to certain other countries. Let's just keep it at that.
Yeah, we're doing a fundraiser to take Z to China. We need $7,000. That's a casino. We could look at what they got. I always thought it was weird how Chinese people put their menus up there like that. There'd be no words. It'd just be the photos of the food.
There are words, just no.
Oh, not in English, yeah. They have fish, but it's not fried though. Yeah, we could just walk around and then they have dumplings there. I think there's so many foreigners in Kenya now compared to when I first was here. I mean, there were plenty of them here,
Yeah.
but like I think this shit's gonna be like Thailand in 5 years.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like when you, I think.
And look at all of them, y'all. Look at all of them. Austin made a good point right there. Look at all of them.
I mean, there were plenty of them here.
Yeah.
But like,
look at all of them.
I think this shit's gonna be like Thailand in 5 years.
Oh.
And by the way, we not mad at Asians and Indians and people coming into these countries and stuff. We just want to make sure that, you know, there's a level of respect, and there's also, you know, some professionalism in business. Because one thing we mentioned earlier was how sometimes these Asians and Indians, you know, you hear stories all the time where they get handsy with the ladies, and you know, if you want this job, girl, you got to suck this big man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it be like that. It be like that. So, you know, earlier we had somebody call in and say, oh, you know, the reason they like Asians and Indians and white people to come into Africa is because, you know, they're there and they're doing business. But I also said it's important to, you know, be careful with who you let in, because while when the Black American comes to do business inside of Africa, we come with the mindset of, hey, you know, these are our people. At least if you're in the African diaspora, that's how we come into this. We try to pay people 3 times the amount they get paid, and, you know, treat them as damn near like family. You know what I'm saying? That's how our mindset is. Our mindset also is to keep the money in the country. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these corporations, country and other countries that are doing business in these foreign countries, they take the money out the country and bring it to their country. So I'm just throwing that out there, man. You know, I'm just throwing that out there. So we not, you know, hating on different races of people coming into these foreign countries. We just say exercise caution, you know, exercise caution. We want professionalism. We don't want guys coming into these foreign countries and, you know, telling the women they had to do certain things to get some money. They want to keep their job. Oh, I get to record you secretly and sell the videos off to, you know, my friends in my home country. We don't want to hear stories like that. You know, we barely hear that with Black Americans, with foundational Black Americans traveling to Africa. So I'm just saying, just exercise some caution. That's all I'm saying.
Where it's like when you walking through Bangkok, this way. When you walking through Bangkok, it feels like 50% Thai, 50% foreigners. Huh? Yeah. So I decided to take her to Sesame instead. Oh, yeah, they be tripping and shit.
Soon we'll be telling the whole stadium how Liberty Mutual customizes.
Good, how are you? Good to see you.
Hey.
Hello. Hello. Hello, how are you doing? Hello, good to see you. Yeah, we threw a couple parties up here where we had, we threw one party here. Huh?
That's why we get you like that.
And what else? And naan bread.
The garlic naan.
And I'll get the pineapple fried rice with shrimp. Thank you.
But you can leave the menus here.
Guys, if you guys remember, we threw a party up here at Sesame. This is one of the best restaurants in Nairobi. One of the best restaurants, best customer service. The food is just outstanding. Like they need to lock away the recipe. They shouldn't even sell the recipe. It should just be a secret, like Coca-Cola, like that. This is a Long Island basically with passion fruit instead of the Coke. So we call it a Lamu Island here. You guys, Z is trying the Swahili dawa for the first time. She had some stomach problems, and I told her this is what they use naturally over here. You put the honey in here, you stir it up, and 15 minutes it'll be like it never happened. So we just made a big scene at the restaurant. Thing fell off, but
I want to also say I really like how Austin took his woman to a country that is not a Western country like America or European countries like maybe the UK. You see a lot of times people, they always say that, oh, I'm going to take my woman back to America. And then they end up on this show known as 90 Day Fiance. And all of a sudden that whole fiance marriage thing was only 90 days long. And now she's trying to get a green card and she gone. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Austin for taking his woman traveling. I always say, yeah, don't put your woman in a box. You know, still, she's not a slave. She's not a prisoner. Enjoy life, but also exercise caution, you know? So he's protecting her in a way, mentally, you know what I'm saying? Because even though Kenya has its problems, it's still not as bad as certain Western countries, right? Let's keep that in mind.
This is more efficient because then the top doesn't get all that honey stuck at the top. Let me know when to stop. Oh, she had been waiting on me to stop.
Yeah.
So we'll get her live reaction to dawa. Yeah. All right, you guys. Here she goes. It's spicy, right? Yeah, it's spicy.
It's so spicy.
Yeah, it's great though, but your stomach will feel a lot better.
So if your girlfriend is as spicy as this tea, but it also makes you feel better, stick to that.
She's describing herself.
Oh, well, I'm not that spicy.
She the right type of spice for me.
Are you sure it helps for heartburn as well?
Yeah, it will.
Okay.
So you guys, I was just telling Z here that you guys see how I've been taking her to her nice restaurant, showing her. You guys see how I've been taking her to her nice restaurant. Telling Z here that. You guys see how I've been taking her to her nice restaurant, showing her the best food that I can find, where the pool tables are at, you know, where the nice stuff is at in Nairobi. Nairobi's a nice place. There's nice stuff everywhere. But if you know the right places, you can have the best experience. And so I've been telling people, if you book with me, this is what you get. Now, some people try to do their own thing, try to be a DIY. And they be like, oh, Austin, you know, it's overhyped. I'm like, yeah, you couldn't have went to the right places. You couldn't have. Because Nairobi, she's from Namibia, and she said she feel at home here. And she's betraying her country by saying that.
So the posture.
But I showed how to find a and I got pineapple fried.
Guys, where's the part of the video where he's saying, where she says that she's pregnant? Chiron Network says, isn't she 30? If so, it's an L. Why is that an L if she's 30? You know, there's some African women that ain't even been cracked at 30. You know what I'm saying? They still, you know, good women, you know, virgins. I don't know about his woman. I ain't trying to get into the specifics, but I'm just like, you know, there's some decent women in Africa. I would take a 30-year-old in Africa over any other country, you know, like America. So what's wrong with 30? I don't know. I know we want young women, you know what I'm saying, 18 and up, of course, but, you know, 30 in Africa is a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? Nino says Auston Holleman got married as soon as his buddy Floyd got arrested. Okay. Well, hey, you guys can call in. Maybe you guys can tell me more about this. I don't really watch Austin like that. You know, we did a video together or whatever, but a few videos together. But besides that, I mean, I don't really be watching his channel too much. I mean, watching this video right now because some people have told me that his woman's pregnant and all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, let's check out what's going on. But yeah, go ahead and call in though if you feel so obliged. The call-in link is inside of the chat for anybody that's open to calling.
Rice with cashews on top. Great. It's not something I would eat every day.
What's my fish on? Oh, it's yours.
So you guys have seen me eat this before, but hey, best food in the city. I know that I see it about a lot of restaurants, but here they can't fuck up nothing on the menu. Nothing. That is like great. Like, and you guys can say I'm lying, but y'all can come to this restaurant and try the same thing I'm eating and then tell me I'm lying. That's how you get free advertisement. Oh, I forgot to pray.
What y'all think? Was that an act? Is she just running for the camera, y'all? Y'all let me know, man. Is it an act? Nino says it's a lavender marriage. He was taking shirtless selfies with men before all this. Oh, you trying to say Auston Holleman's gay or something? Call in. I mean, let me know. Like, what makes you feel like he's gay? I mean, I don't get it. He has a wife. I'm just not understanding. He's only been on his channel with women. I'm not getting it. But yeah, what y'all think about that scene right there? Like when she just did all that, was that an act? Like was she really trying to let me show y'all what I'm talking about? Is she just performing for the camera, y'all, or do y'all think she like really big in the Christian church?
Oh, I forgot to pray. Oh, I forgot to pray. That's how you get free advertisement. Oh, I forgot to pray.
She looked at the camera first and then she bowed her head. I don't know, man. I don't know. Is she really Christian? I don't know. Y'all let me know. We just messing around though. Who knows, man? Who knows? Me personally, I don't really care too much what she is. I mean, hey, Nino says she's probably not acting, probably met her at a church. Yeah, that's good. That's why I'm not understanding why you say Austin's gay. That's kind of weird. It seemed like now you showing love to him for real. Like, yeah. So you met her at a church, you know what I mean? Damn, I gotta hear the prayer. Austin, you made us hear I don't like that, man. That's one thing I don't like about this video right here. Austin let us hear every single thing that's been said except a prayer. Anyways, it's between you and God. Let's continue. Let's all bow our heads, y'all. Let's all bow our heads. Here, hold my hand, y'all. Hold my hand. Pause.
Amen.
All right.
Z, huh?
Z what?
Z, make sure I pray.
Yeah.
I wasn't praying before I met her.
Sometimes I forget to bless my food, but then Austin does his little blessing thing. I'm like, oh yeah.
My little Catholic cross. I used to have a Mexican best friend when I was a kid, and his mom used to teach us to do that. Damn. Yeah, shout out to my Mexican best friend, Gabriel. He's a lifelong best friend that I made friends with when I was 6 years old. I hope he's watching this video. All right, you guys, I'm taking her to Prestige Mall now so she can learn about the best bowling alley.
Austin, you giving up all the good places, boy. This only for consultations, man. This dude out here giving all the tea. Like, come on. Like, golly, man. Golly. Jeez Louise. Took her to my oh, man. This dude giving up all the spots, man. Golly. I know he said y'all need to book him for a consultation to get more, but I'm like, damn. Now you get into the place I like to go. Golly. Sheesh. They got a nice theater here, y'all. Definitely check it out. Prestige Mall. Hooray. Travel Addict Tez says, with all due respect, you don't seem too familiar with his past. Yeah, I'm not really too familiar, to be honest. Me and Austin did some videos when he was in Tanzania and then Kenya and was it? Yeah, we did some videos and then, it's been cool, but yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about him. I mean, what I know about him, he's a cool dude. I mean, decent guy, very decent. He's praying that he doesn't get extradited to Brazil. He's praying that he doesn't get extradited to Brazil. Okay. Oh, so you think Brazil's after him, huh? Oh, brother. Why don't y'all call in? Like, I mean, what y'all don't y'all put me on? I mean, these are the same people that be messaging me like to react to the videos. Now y'all telling me that I don't know enough about Austin. Y'all need to call in, man, so y'all can tell me so I be put on. Shit, what are we talking about? Yeah, put me on.
In Nairobi, I'm not gonna say it's the best because it has its time and its place. This place is like if you want to go bowling and you only want to see the people that you came bowling with. If you go to Village Market, Cerise Center, that's the place you go kick it because there's other people bowling there and shooting pool. But otherwise here, like we about to be the only ones in here. And they got a movie theater here too, and ain't nobody ever in there.
Thanks a lot, Austin. Thanks a lot. Nobody ever in. They got a movie here too, and nobody ever in there. Oh my God, you just blew up the spot. Damn. Oh my goodness. Now I can't take my joint there no more. You know what I'm saying? Because now everybody gonna be there. We can't have the theater to ourselves. Golly.
Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
It was fun while it lasted, man. Look, that's how it is in America, y'all. This is what you get in America. There's going to be your wife in America right here, y'all, if y'all stay in this country, man. That's what y'all want for y'all life?
Hello. Troy knows the guy that started this little Java cafe place too. This place is a coffee shop. Troy knows the guy that started this place. It's all over Kenya now. I think they even got him in Uganda too.
Yeah, they all over.
My Kenyans should be so satisfied. You guys see how other Africans come to Kenya and they love it. She taking photos. She got about 1,000 photos right now. You know, Z is my best selling point because now she's proved, without me saying nothing, she's proven how nice Kenya is because she just stopping to take photos. I keep telling people it's a great place. They like, oh, he over exaggerating. No, this is a great place.
And the nice thing is you can take pictures and still take in the experience.
Yeah, it's a nice place. So up here they have a movie theater here, and they have the games here. They tricking people. So you see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody in here.
Thanks, Austin.
But it's huge.
Can y'all imagine getting this place with just you and your joint? Like, just imagine how fun that would be. You and your joint going to some arcade and nobody's there. That's fun as hell, man. I ain't gonna lie. MWT says, I thought he would park his hat with a better looking girl. Damn, you don't think she looked good? Hold on, man. Y'all don't think she looked like a beautiful
You got the golf over there.
Really?
Hello. Golf.
You can
place Kenya is selling African. My Kenyans should be so sad.
What's your type, man? What's your type, man? She look bad or something to you? She don't look good, y'all? I think he picked a very beautiful young woman with vibrant energy. I'm happy for him. I mean,
that's fine. You guys see how other Africans come to Kenya and they love it. She taking photos. She got about 1,000 photos right now. They love it. She taking photos. She got about 1,000 photos.
What's wrong with her
right now? You know, Z is my best selling point because now she's proved, without me saying, right? There ain't nobody in here. The golf over there. How are you? Can we do 3 games of pool? Yes.
600.
That's fine.
And if you pay 800 to give you 5 games.
Let's do that.
Can also do that.
I want you to know he basically just paid $5 for an hour's worth of being at this nice arcade with nobody in there. So MWT comes back and says, nope, Auston Holleman had better looking women in Brazil, even better in Kenya. Isn't she South African? I believe she's Namibian, which is, basically. But let me see. Kyra Network says he switched up on KG during the South African chick about 2 months ago. For this chick, soon as Floyd got booked. Okay. So he switched up the joint that he was dealing with. Okay. I mean, so that happens, man. You can't switch your joint out. Like, what's going on, y'all? I don't know. Y'all some hasty mother effers, man. Y'all be on. He moved the inch. He walked him. He took a footstep forward. Like, damn, man. What's wrong with that? I mean, Austin switched out his girl though. Okay, I mean, do we have to stay with them if we're not married to them? Like, how that work? Call in, y'all. Call in. Let me drop the link real quick so y'all can call in. Let's get back to the video though.
What is this? She want to play on the bounce house. Oh, it's not allowed. It's only for kids, literally. Oh, okay.
I'm 11. Show me the proof and I'll let you in.
And she got humor. I mean, she alive. Like that's one thing too about me that, I like fun chicks. Like I like women that are alive. Some women, I feel like some guy, I can tell there's some dudes like sometimes I'm talking to a woman and I could tell that some dude has taken her spark away. That's something I really hate to be around. And my heart goes out to those ladies because I'm like, damn, you gave yourself to a loser and now your spark is gone. He probably didn't like you like, being nice and being extremely fun. He was like, man, you doing too much. You doing too much. And these chicks, they start to get like, real caved in. And now they're like, oh, I guess I'll just be sitting there like a, mute person and just kind of sit around and not be a fun person. Some chicks be so damn boring. Like, I'm like, damn, can you say your own joke? Like, can you breathe and, have a little fun? Damn, I'm not asking for too much.
The whole time I'm 30 years old. But it's nice, man.
MWT says, I saw a close-up of her and I was like, what? She looks crazy in the face. Damn, bruh. That's crazy. How she look crazy in the face, man. Whoever just called in, call back in. For some reason, your audio and video didn't connect. You don't really have to show your face like that, but at least reconnect and get your audio working because it said your device was not connected at all. But yeah, what's up with her face though? That's so crazy. She seems like a very beautiful lady. Like that's so wild. I mean, I don't see what's wrong with her for real. I don't see what's wrong with her. I do not see what's wrong with her, man. That's wild. Y'all out here making it seem like she don't look good or something. She look like a decent woman for real. She like a decent woman for real. Yeah. I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. Give me a second real quick. Suppose apology. All right, hold on. One more second.
Right.
Okay.
They got a VR set here. What do you think, Z?
I love it. I absolutely love it, my people.
Nairobi is undefeated. Over here, they got the bumper cars, not go-karts. I keep saying go-karts, bumper cars. No, this part.
No, I saw the bumper cars.
Hey, how's it going? We got what's your name?
Hey, my name is Rod.
Oh, how's it going? Rob?
Rod, R-O-D. Rod.
Oh, Rod. How's it going, Rod?
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Yeah, so yeah, I'm just big on loyalty, and it just feels like Austin is only loyal to his brand. They was on a South African tour, him and KG, and then you notice how like he just met this woman right around like the time that Floyd got locked up, and then he teased Floyd about all that. You get what I'm saying? And you know, both of them had similar type of content. I feel like Floyd even helped save save Austin's career because he wasn't even doing a donation thing before then. Like that little whole begging thing for online, that started with like Floyd. To be honest with you, if you can go back to his videos, you'll see it. But
Wait,
yeah, I feel
what begging thing are you talking about?
like how people started asking for money online, like and started like being bold about it and just begging instead of coming up with a service or having a Patreon or whatever. It's
But
like
Austin,
fundraising and travel industry.
but
You get what I'm saying?
he does have some things though, right? Like I think he has like some type of workshop or something like that, and something that can give you some jobs, to do.
No, that came out after. I'm talking about, but that's after the rebrand. I'm talking about before the rebrand. It was more so him begging and saying, "Send us in for a drink, send us in for this, send us in for that." You know,
Is
and
it bad to ask your subscribers for a drink?
well, no, it was before he had any services. What I'm trying to say is he switched, and I can say if he, and I'm against. I don't fuck with people like Floyd. I'm
Oh,
just saying.
let's try to use no curse words.
My bad, bro.
It's all good.
Um, I don't mess with Floyd. I think he's lame as well. But for you to be associated with someone and throw him under the bus, this is a constant pattern with what he does. You get what I'm saying? So it just gives you know, like shaky character vibes. I really liked his content before all of that, but it just seems like he's just willing to do anything to go viral and to like not get his channel deleted. It's obvious. In my opinion, Floyd they wanted Austin, but they needed an example, so they got Floyd. You know,
Wait, what would they
and
want
that's what
Austin for?
I mean. They want to pretty much slow down the sex tourism. You know how governments work. They need to slap somebody with something to like make an example. But Skylar,
You think
Floyd.
governments want to slow down X tourism?
I mean, Brazil have an agenda. They're against America already with the BRICS thing and all of that.
Right, right. I mean, they may be against currencies. I get that, but I'm saying these countries.
For example, before this, he was
I'm
already
saying
ran from Brazil.
wait. I'm saying you believe that these countries though they want to slow down tourism with guys coming to their country to smash the women.
They want to slow down exploiting them.
And what makes you feel like that? I'm just curious because I mean, I just want to know.
Because before this, he was already on the news in Brazil, which he's bragged about, kinda, instead of just kept it low key and never talked about it again. He even went there to like try to prove a point, which I know he won't ever do it again. Because it's obvious to Brazil, they report their YouTube channels now. That's what happened to Skylar. So his channel would get banned. That's why he rebranded. Because if he get his channel banned, he would be screwed. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, like for example, places like Eritrea or Ethiopia, they're real Christian women. Like it's not like fake Christians. You get what I'm saying? You could tell. No, they're not gonna pray and then have a drink after. They're like scared of that. Like they're actually very, very scared of God. You know.
Wait, you said
Um.
something interesting though. I just want to touch back on that one. You said these countries they're trying to cut down on men going to their country to have intercourse with their women, right?
Well, they're trying to cut down on people making content about exploiting them in general. It don't even have to be with women. It was just Austin was like the face of a movement involuntarily at first, and then now even switched up on the movement, just like he switched up on Floyd. S- Just like just like he invited Jay Rello to Kenya,
Well,
and
let
then
me
he threw him under the bus.
let me just see what your thoughts is on this. So the way I see it, right? These countries they don't care about men coming to their countries to enjoy their women. They in their own countries enjoy their women quite a lot. High levels of promiscuity inside the government, indeed. They have a lot of interesting things that they do with their women. I don't think they care about the women that much. And I would even wager to say some of these governments are so evil. And this is the reason why even recently we had a situation with the Russian guy inside of some of these African countries. He basically used that to his advantage. He knows the government doesn't care about them like that. The only way he messed up was because he was recording the lady secretly like a weirdo and, clapping them on camera. But these governments, I don't believe they truly care about their people like that. If they did, they would give the women, some form of real wages, add some protections for women, um, and yeah, there's a few things they would do, if they really want a functional society. And then what you said about him removing himself basically from his own movement. Auston Holleman didn't create the Paso Bros movement. I think he was the most vocal on it, but I don't think he created that.
Yeah, he jumps on movements and or associations, and then once they
Mm.
have he can't get any benefits from it no more, he removes himself.
Well, I want to say this. Sometimes, when you're inside of a certain movement, and the movement no longer suits you, you do have to kind of move on because, for instance, right?
But you
At
do
some
that in
point,
silence.
you said what?
You're from LA, right? You
Yeah.
can't really just jump out and out of movements, and if you do, you gotta be MIA. Like you can't really do that.
Well, I
You get
want
what
to
I'm
say this
saying?
at some point, when it comes to the passport bros, right? It might have been cool to call yourself a passport bro, but then as we can see now, there's so many weirdos inside of this, quote unquote passport bro movement, and we can see what when the governments look at passport bros, they think men coming into a country to do illegal and criminal activities with young women. That's what they look at passport bros as now, and that's not even what passport bros are. It's men trying to get away from toxic Western women, maybe live a life where it's more, you have more feminine women around you, maybe get married or just have a woman here and there, but nothing about that is illegal. What's illegal is what the 1% of these guys with that title are doing that the governments have said, oh, this is what the passport bros are. This is why they're bad. So I can see why he would want to remove himself from some movement like that. I mean, that doesn't suit him. Even with Jay Rello, the Jay Rello situation, I mean, having a friend or being associated with somebody that was doing illegal crimes, you would remove yourself from them, right?
Nah, man, I wouldn't even be associated with none of this. I'm just saying, I'm just showing you, I'm just trying to help the audience understand pattern recognition and how this played out way before all of this in Brazil when he was ran from Brazil. Like the most of the some of the cases that happened, he invited these people out. He was the one who sold them that dream to come to these places. You get what I'm saying?
No, I hear where you're coming from. I mean,
And
hey,
then for
you
her to
can.
be attracted to him, it shows that she's not pure. You get what I'm saying?
Well, hold on.
It's
Let's go back to that last point though. You said
mhm.
he put Jay Rello on to, you know, uh
Kenya. They was on live stream saying, "Yo, you should come to Kenya." I'm telling
I
you,
thought you
Kenya.
said Brazil. I thought you said he put him on to Brazil.
Well, he put Floyd on to Brazil. It's
Oh,
different people,
wait.
different characters.
Oh, these are different people. My bad. I don't be really watching them like that. Uh Jay Rello was the one that got arrested in Brazil, right?
Yes.
And Floyd.
No, Jay Rello was the one who slapped and abused the woman in Kenya, but
Right,
he was
right,
dealing with
right,
a
right, right, right,
prostitute.
right. Was that ever
Yeah.
Austin's friend though? I don't think that was even somebody that was his
No,
friend,
but
right?
he sold them on coming there. I mean, I remember Jay Rello saying, "Austin, all right, I'm gonna come there, and if it's whack, I'm gonna tell the truth." And they was on live stream just talking about it. And then when
Mm.
he got there, he didn't link up with him, which is still something that can't happen in LA. Like if you call somebody out and they checking in, you can't just not show up. You get what I'm saying? But I get it. He's a idiot. Like Jay Rello is an idiot.
Wait, what's wrong?
I
So, I mean, why bring up Jay Rello then? What did he do that's wrong?
I'm saying these are people that we wouldn't know about if Austin didn't associate with.
Well,
Everything that
I
we
mean, just because you put them on camera, don't mean that he should take the blame for what Jay Rello and the other dude did, right?
well in America, right? With whoever you're associated with, that's your character. Like that's why people is talking about Epstein and Trump all the time, and he's trying to disassociate with that. Whoever you're
No,
associated
that's
with
not
usually
true. That's
shapes.
I just gotta say they talk about Epstein and Trump because they were looking buddy buddy on camera. They weren't just associated; they were friends. That's why they accused Trump and Epstein of being in cahoots with each other. Austin Holleman bringing somebody on camera one time or two times saying, "Oh yeah, come out to the country. I guess it's cool." Blah blah blah. That's completely different.
Well, what about Floyd when they like like not live together, but they travel together to the places like you know.
But the thing is, right? When somebody notices there's characters that are flawed about somebody, they have the right to remove themselves. For instance, if you had a homie or something like that that started doing some weird stuff like this guy was doing, I can't just be like, oh, you're wrong because you were once associated with him. Nah, if you denounce him live and be like, you know what? No, if he's been proven to do these evil and malicious activities, I don't want to be associated with this dude. Yeah, he my homie, but yeah, I disassociate, F him. Right?
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is in America, whoever you're associated with, it kind of like messes up your image, and I understand why he disconnects. But I'm saying he be 1 foot in and 1 foot out these connections and movements to where as though it just seemed like he's not like from a place like LA, like you can't really do stuff like that. It shows a lot about your character, you know, like
Mm,
literally.
mm. Okay,
And
okay.
like I said, for her to be attracted to him after seeing his channel, it shows that okay, this woman wasn't pure before she met him. Okay, this woman, it shows a lot about her character. It's just pattern recognition.
Mm,
So I feel like this is an L, and he's just doing it not to for his channel not to go farther down than it is. You know, that's what
okay.
I
So
feel like it
you
is.
feel like he just faking the funk, basically, huh?
Yeah, he did this before with other women that was
Mm,
either younger or more attractive. But this one, he kind of like making sure that he's rebranding his image. You get what I'm saying?
And
Which shows that he's a
let me
better
ask you
male.
this: what are you doing to better your life?
Well, I travel too, and I'm retired. So I'm right now. I'm pretty much um I'm about to get married, and also I'm like doing my consistent routine every day, like working out, um, running businesses, shit like that. I'm
And
not
if
doing
you're
this type of
and,
stuff.
and
Like
if your woman found out that you used to be associated with some bad guys back in the day, and let's say you rebranded your entire life, I mean, would you want her to judge you for that, or would you want her to see the good in you and encourage you to keep doing better and have a good
I would
legacy
want her
too?
to be smart enough to know to not be attracted to that type of to like for women like for example, I'm from the DMV where like women they attract the same type of guy because of who they are. Like if a girl kept he messing with somebody who trap, okay, it's something wrong with this girl. She's attracted to this type of guy for a reason. You get what I'm saying?
Mm,
But yeah, so that's what I'm saying about her. It's like it's obvious to tell that Austin needed her to rebrand, and she's kind of controlling part of his life, as far as his brand and everything. And this is all for the sake of not getting his channel deleted or not being associated with the people or brands he's associated with, which is okay. But I'm saying like if I'm traveling to Africa, I'm looking for someone that's pure, someone that is innocent, and someone that is like have common sense, not to mess with people that obviously exploit women online.
mm.
You get
So
it?
you don't believe people can change or anything like that? Because I was saying earlier, if your woman, had found out some things of your past that most guys would accuse you of being like, oh man, why would he do this? Why would he, would you want your woman to just say, oh no, F you, because, Rod, he did this stuff in his past. That means he can do better. Let's just go ahead and forget about
Well, I would say I would have to get someone who's damaged and probably not purr like he did, and that can see that side of me and accept me for who I am. You get what I'm saying?
No,
That's
but yeah, but so I'm saying it seems like she did the same thing with Austin, though, right?
Yeah. I feel like she did the same thing, but she made it did that because she is not purr herself. Do you get it? Like you have to be able to see this side of people and relate to it to like let it go and compromise.
So you're saying that the fact that she accepted Austin, given his previous, what some would call previous flaws, you're saying the fact that she accepted him means that she's not a good woman.
She's not pure. I'm not saying she's not a good woman. You cannot be pure and be a good woman too. She's obviously have a good effect on Austin's life. What I'm just saying as a man, it just doesn't seem solid if you just like creating relationships, associations just for the sake of benefits, and when they over with, you're gonna throw them under the bus or move to another location. And not like I said, if you just did this and just shut up and just let it go by. But you know, these are things that he teased about, um, or would would post online and say like how he posted some shit with Floyd on the beach with Epstein. It was like a little picture or whatever. It was like a little and I was like, wow, if this was me, I would have just shut up and not said nothing about this for like
Mm.
a whole like forever. And just rebrand it. But he's like twisting a knife in these situations. And it's like, okay, I get sarcasm. I get the humor, the dark humor, but what happens when it's you? Because one day it is gonna be him. When it comes to like not the because I'm not talking about jail or anything. I'm just talking about catching an L and someone else twisting that knife. You get what I'm saying? And his is gonna be public because it's
But he had to,
personal.
but he had to denounce Floyd publicly, though, right? I mean, somebody does a heinous crime, he has to show that he's not associated with this person, right?
Yeah, so he could have did that and just left it alone. You know, like
You're saying you don't like how he kind of teased it as time went on, huh?
no, he did it like he did Jay Rello. Like he act like he
Mm.
don't have nothing to do with him, and he said he gonna call the police and all this stuff. And I'm like, well, like man, it just seemed like staged to be honest with you. And someone who have a real pure woman, like a religious pure, never experienced nothing before a woman in Africa, right? Like you're supposed to do. They wouldn't be showing his girl ass on video. He won't
Let's try to
be.
not curse, brother.
Oh, sorry about
Time.
that. He won't be. He won't be showing his girl body at the pool table. He won't be showing all of this stuff. You get what I'm saying? It would more so be like more classy and
Is
less salesy.
Austin showing his girl's body?
Yeah, it's about angles. So it's about just body language and pattern recognition. Like I said, if a girl take a picture sideways on the internet or do the duck lips, you know that they're like fetching for attention. Just
Mm.
off the angle. No language needed. You can see that he's selling his woman and he's selling Kenya. So
And
he's
does
still
she have an Instagram?
exploiting.
What's her Instagram? I mean,
No, not her Instagram. I'm just saying.
okay.
I'm just giving an example of how people use angles to expose themselves. I just said how women do it, but Austin do this with location and women. He'll try to sell women or locations. You get what I'm saying? And you could tell from the camera angles that he's showing his girl body. Like that's why you stopped the camera when she was taking a picture, and you was like, "Oh, you don't think Austin have a really nice woman?" And you seen her ass and her hips and everything. You get what I'm saying?
All right, we had to take him down, y'all. He keep cursing. I don't know why these dudes can't stop cursing for some reason. We had to kick him from the studio. That was 3 times. Gosh. If anybody else wants to call in, go ahead and call in. All we ask is that you do not curse on YouTube, because while this is my channel, this is their platform. So I have to abide by their platform. But yeah. Yeah. I was gonna ask him. My next question was gonna be, well, what should Austin do? What's your thoughts on? Because I mean, it seemed to be all over the place. Like, what should Austin do to make a better image for himself? I mean, from what I see him doing, I'm like, it don't seem like he's doing that bad. I mean, is he doing something that bad? I mean, you know, he's not doing nothing that bad, is he? But call in. I like to be challenged. I don't know. I barely watch his content. So shoot, he might be, you know, a bad man, bad boy, bad team. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's finish this video.
You fuck up your back playing there. You seem like you fuck up your back playing on this.
Damn, as soon as I said no cursing, this dude Austin want to curse.
It's two?
That's probably why he be doing all these damn courses and webinars and stuff, because he out here cursing. He can't monetize his damn content. Y'all don't understand, man. YouTube not playing that. I don't know how you get away with this copyright music and cursing all over the place. That's wild. So y'all saying like this woman, y'all saying she not like a good looking woman? I mean, she seemed decent, right? She seemed like an all right woman, I don't know. Seemed all right to me. You seem all right to me. Okay. He messaged me, said, I will not curse. Okay. Yeah. We'll bring you back one more time. Yeah, we really just can't do the cursing for real. But let me ask you this just to conclude then. What do you think Austin should do then to, I don't know, I guess make the subscribers feel happy? It seems like a lot of people have some issue with Austin. Zombie comes in and says, that's funny. Auston Holleman saying call the police on someone. He's a wanted man himself. We have Cigar Talk says Auston Holleman is using the chica. He's running for cover. So I don't know. It seems like a lot of people have some issues with him. What would give him a better point of view? I mean, Smiley says this space is funny. It's like if you do, damn if you don't. If he had a bad image before, now he find a girl he wants to settle down. It's bad. Which one is it? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I'm confused my damn self, brother. I mean, I'm trying to understand. So what would make Austin's situation better to the public so that, he can continue on with his life and stop having so many people, feel like he ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
I actually think this is the best he could do. So this is the best he is doing the best he could do right now. You get what I'm saying? Because he don't have any guidance or people that he could look to like to say it again.
No, I'm listening. I just played the video.
Yeah, all I'm saying is I think this is the best he could do. Like I think this is the best woman he can get. This is the best he could do. And it's okay. What I'm trying to say is he's running from his past, but he is his past. Like he's the reason why he's in that situation. And back to the woman again, like you can see the tight clothes, the dye in the hair. You can tell like this woman is not like oh, I don't think he cut out. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see from the tight clothes, the dye hair, all of that, you can see that she's not like traditional. Just off look, especially in Africa. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess, I mean, she seems nice. I mean, hey, I don't know too much about her. It's only been a couple, months or whatever. I'm not sure, but, she seemed all right so far. I think that's, all that matters right now. And we got to remember, right? This is how I look at it. What makes us happy, might not make another man happy, right? So he might want his woman in like clothes like this. He might be okay with that type of stuff. We might want something where a woman is dressed up in Muslim garb, or we might want something where a woman is dressed up in, more baggy type clothing, not Muslim garb, but more baggy. Everybody's entitled to what they want. If you found that he's like, into this, I think that's what works for him. So is this Mika Booga Booga? Mika Booga Booga, you came back? Mika Booga Booga?
I came back to appreciate the guy who's on stage. You need to respect yourself and
Oh
stop being so.
wow, Bika Booga Booga. Okay,
Stop
hold on,
being.
hold on. Wait. I'm gonna let you talk, but last time I let you talk, you just ran like a coward. Okay, like so if you gonna talk. Okay, but no cursing, and you can use your little tether language, but no cursing. That's all we ask over here. No cursing. All right. So let's go ahead and hear what you have to say. Go ahead. You have the floor.
Stop being uncivilized. Stop acting out. I'm here
How?
to appreciate. I'm here to appreciate the other speaker. I really appreciate what you're saying.
How? No. We're not gonna do that. How am I being uncivilized? Go ahead and explain that. Don't start pandering. Just explain. How am I being uncivilized first?
Why are you muting me if you want us to have a conversation?
Well, you need to explain how. You can't keep jumping around, Shorty. I'm not the ex that broke your heart.
Who's jumping around? Who's jumping around? Stop projecting. Stop projecting your trauma. I
Explain
said
how. Explain how.
I was here to appreciate what the speaker was saying because what he's saying makes a lot of sense and I agree with all the points that he's making. That's
No,
what I said.
you just spoke on me.
You're the one
How?
acting uncultured and uncivilized, just being all
How?
over the place.
How am I acting
All
uncultured
the
and
ape noises you're making that shows your character.
that
You're the
hate?
tether. You're the
I don't know if this is like some chick that maybe I didn't give pipe to and she's in her feelings or something, or I don't know. Like, Shorty, are you mad you didn't get the privilege? Like, I'm so confused. Like, what's wrong with this chick? Like, I'm saying, how am I bitter? I'm just asking that. You gotta be able to explain this. I don't mind you speaking, but just explain, Shorty. I don't know why you're so emotional. Just explain it. We want to hear you talk, but it's like you keep using tether language. I can't understand. You just say, oh, you're just da-da-da, and you're uncivilized. I say, how? Well, you're just uncivilized. How am I uncivilized? Well, you're just uncivilized because you're uncivilized. Well, you're uncivilized. How about that? You're uncivilized. How about that? Now, how does that sound? That's insane. We can't get anywhere with that. Why are you muting me? Well, you're not making any sense. Tell me how I'm uncivilized. Go ahead. You have the floor.
You're in your feelings. That's your low self-esteem and your inferiority complex speaking. I said I was here to appreciate the things that that guy was saying, and you're trying your best to make it some back and forth. Thank you. I've said my piece. That's your inferiority complex. Stop projecting it. Thank you.
How am I, Shorty, how am I uncivilized though? We still confused. Like, does anybody understand what's going on here? Like, I think we all still confused. Like, how am I uncivilized? Even they saying you don't know how to express yourself very well, and it's not looking good. Like,
That's your fan. That's your fan club. I don't care for that. Like I
this is
said,
my fan club.
you're in your feelings. You're in your feelings. I said my
How?
piece. I was just appreciating the guy. You chose to act like an ape on the stage.
Okay, no
That's
problem.
you being
But
uncivilized.
how am I
Your
acting like an ape?
character, your demeanor, the way you express yourself, the things you
How? Like,
say.
you have to give,
You're
you can't just,
unable to have a civilized conversation. That's what I'm trying to say. You're
how?
unable
How?
to.
Like, give me an
It's
example.
not in your.
Hold on. I need an example, ma'am, or wildebeest, Heather. You know what I'm saying? I need an example. You can't just say somebody's acting crazy and they act like an ape and all this stuff like that. Oh, she left. We're not inviting her back up, man. Oh, goddamn. This tether, man. Y'all dudes need to start getting these damn ladies shit on Valentine's Day, man. They calling up my channel, blasting me, talking about, you can give me none on Valentine's Day. You uncivilized. I ain't even your man. Well, I don't care. You uncivilized because you didn't get me nothing. I'm not your dude, though. What the? Yo, like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Facts No Feelings says she sound like a white T-man using the words uncivilized. It don't even make sense. I'm like, well, explain how. Like, I mean, what am I doing this? Well, it's just because you are. I ain't get no Valentine's Day gift, so you acting like an ape. You and the rest of the men here. Y'all awesome apes. Y'all awesome apes. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, Shorty, like, relax, just breathe. Okay, well, we're not going to add her back in because some reason this tether just upset at life. I don't know what pissed her off like this. This is insane. She not even explaining, it's sad. It's really weird. It's really weird. So anyways, excuse me, Rod, are you still here?
Yep, I'm here.
That was some very weird talking that we just had right now from that Shorty. But if you don't mind just letting me know what exactly could Auston do, to, because you said he's basically doing the best thing he can, right? And I'm thinking to myself, well, I mean, shouldn't we be encouraging him? So, okay, he's doing better now. He hasn't been accused of any real crimes, so I mean, people say he's running from Brazil, from the, uh, something that happened in Brazil, but I'm like, is there any proof of that? I mean, with the Floyd,
Yeah.
no, with the
So
Floyd thing, there's proof, but I'm saying with Auston, is there any proof? I'm just kind of trying to understand.
so it's all hearsay. Like even with Floyd, the officers could have put stuff in his room. You get what I'm saying? But we
Right.
all know it matches him. So it's like, okay, that's Floyd. But it wasn't a judgment yet. And Floyd, and he threw him under the bus before a judgment. So when it's time for Austin to be get thrown under the bus before a judgment, his judgment is going to look like his senses, which is his comment section, saying, he's a passport. Well, I mean, no, he exploits women, or the African YouTubers that always say he's a bad guy, or and I'm 100% American, bro. So I don't side with Africans like that, but I do understand that like what he doing, like even taking his girl to a playground he used to be at is risky. So imagine you walking around places where you done had other girls and you with your wife, that's cool. You're gonna be walking on eggshells. So for him not to be aware, or like be aware of that and understand that he was chased out of these places, or not wanted at these places, but brings someone that he supposedly his wife, or using doing all this for publicity, is kind of shows that he's either a narcissist or he don't care about his life, to where as though he's willing to sacrifice the things that he's building for views, you know. So yeah, so for I give you one example. Before Lil Durk got locked up, his c- his judge, like they were saying slide for fun, or you're a pussy, or so I didn't say the full word. I didn't say the full word. Um they would say like they would say all this stuff like he's not real, he's not this. His judgment looked like his comment section, the census. So using America, your judgment is not too far off what your public image or your senses is about. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that pretty much he he's pretty much like he's pretty much trying to rebrand, but his life, his judgment is going to look like his senses. So he's trying to change his senses up so it won't look too bad. Do you get what I'm saying? But let's say if he was charged with anything, the jury would look at his content and judge him based off the senses of his content. You get what I'm saying? Even though he
And
ain't commit
what
any
do you think the
crimes.
jury? What do you think the jury would find and give him?
If like let's say if you go back to Brazil
Mhm.
and then he gets hit with something, then they're gonna look at his videos and say, "Oh, he was associated with this," and then him being so like sarcastic, or I don't know if it's sarcasm or he's just an idiot. He didn't remove the videos with Floyd. He didn't remove any of that. Do you get what I'm saying? So it makes it look like, oh, he's associated with these people. Or he's putting these people on. You know.
I think it's respectable though. I think it's living in your truth. I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably handle something similar. I'll handle that similarly, just how he handled it. Because if let's say that, and that's why I don't really keep too much, people around me when I travel around the world. But you know, if I was associated with somebody that I had on camera, I wouldn't want to remove and hide things. I think that's the biggest thing we're dealing with right now in our government. Everything's redacted. You know what I'm saying? We want things to be on the forefront. We want to see exactly what you guys were doing and what was going down. And did you have any participation in that? So I can respect him keeping up,
Oh, you just said something interesting.
I can respect
So
him keeping up the evidence and all that, but it's important that he also, as the future goes in his videos, like he's already done, he says, you know what, I disassociate myself from this person, and I even said this on the previous video too, that you know we got to be careful how we deal with black people, because we have to understand that black people, so if your issue with him is maybe that, okay, he just quickly dismissed them and they didn't even go to trial yet and blah, blah, blah. I can see you from that angle, but I'm just like, if he wants to disassociate from somebody that's even being accused of these crimes, we can't blame him for something like that. You know what I'm saying? Clearly they did an investigation on this guy already and it's not looking good. He wants to dissociate. Can we blame him for that? I mean, he's doing, the right thing.
He even did the same thing with his mom. He got in like an argument with his mom, and then he even tried to he basically threw her under the bus and blamed it on how he was raised. So this is a constant pattern. This is not just with Floyd. I just basically mentioned it. What else I was gonna say? This is the last thing I was gonna say. So pretty much, fuck, what was I gonna say?
It's all good. It's all good. This dude's still cussing, man. It's cool. It's we can't risk it, y'all. He out here saying half cuss words, and then right there he said the F word. I'm like, we can't risk it, man. We can't risk it. I'm all cussed out. The Valentine's chick already blasted me. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, if anybody else wants to call in, y'all let me know. It looks like we almost at the end of Auston Holleman's video, though. So let's go ahead and get to the end of this video. So everybody can get on to stacking that paper and get it on to living their life, so you guys can live the life that y'all want to live, right?
To do that, it's your ball. Go within a few minutes.
And let me ask y'all real quick too, like, what y'all think about what the last caller said? Like, is there anything wrong with Auston Holleman's girls' clothing? I mean, how do y'all feel about it? Would y'all want y'all woman stepping out and stuff like that? Me personally, nah. I wouldn't want my joint, wearing too much tight outfits. It depends what type of woman she is. You know what I'm saying? Like, what place am I in life? Things like that all kind of goes into factor. Like, am I ready for marriage? Like, I'm not ready for marriage, like, shorty, you can wear whatever. It's ain't, but if it's something where, okay, this is going to be, for life, yeah, you probably don't want your woman stepping out in certain clothes. But to be honest, I mean, guys, unfortunately, the truth is some of these clothes, it's hard to find clothes sometimes that fit and feel nice and snug and it feel good. The clothing industries are over sexualizing the women and making them wear extremely tight outfits. Now, I am giving an excuse. I ain't gonna lie. I am giving her an excuse because there is baggy clothes that you can buy, most definitely. But is it gonna feel comfortable though? Don't we as men love to put on comfortable clothes? Y'all know what I'm saying? So it's just like, we can give her kind of like some blame for that. But also, I'm just curious, like, do y'all feel like there's something wrong with her outfit? I feel like it's a regular outfit to me. I mean, this is what a lot of these chicks be wearing nowadays. Is not as bad as she kind of like in the middle area, you know what I'm saying, of women's clothing. It's not too conservative, but it's definitely not conservative, but it's definitely not overdoing it. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I probably want my woman wearing a little bit different, but that's me. Auston probably, it's probably what he's into. MWT says he just better hope Floyd isn't involving Kim. Floyd disappeared from the face of the earth. Hey, man, when you're accused of a crime like that, you got to go blank. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know if some of these people from that island still alive. You know what I mean? So, says, what source says that she is pregnant? You know what? I've been getting flooded in my messages, people telling me, oh, she's crowning. I'm still trying to understand. I believe crowning, I think I've heard women tell me that before too. Crowning is when a woman's stomach is, I don't know, like it's showing like the crown of the head or something. I don't know. But somebody told me, oh, his woman's crowning, and somebody else told me she says in this video that she's pregnant. So let's go ahead and get to end this video so we can see if she finally says it. And if anybody has the timestamp, definitely let me know. MWT says Auston Holleman wasn't looking for quality. He was looking for now. He didn't even vet her. Okay. So you think he didn't vet her? Okay. Well, you should call in. Tell us how you would vet your woman. You know what I'm saying? We just listening. Okay, let's continue, y'all. And hit the super chat. Show some love.
Yeah, they made it way harder than it should have been.
Y'all know I gotta skip the musics and stuff like that. It's copyright. I ain't even trying to risk it. We already got everybody dropping F-bombs.
That a lot of you guys probably don't think about. I recently went to one of my favorite restaurants here in Nairobi, Kenya, and my bill was about $50. And I was like, oh, that kind of does it. That's usually for two people. It's usually for about $35. They don't even serve alcohol there. So I was like, why is the bill so much higher? I actually looked at every little piece of the bill for the first time, and the value added tax literally added an additional $7.
Oh yeah, that VAT ain't no joke, y'all. Always check the VAT. That's the VAT. In Kenya, they have that. That's like the tax that they put onto stuff. So make sure y'all check that out, man. Sometimes they even inflate the price if y'all ain't checking too well. So, just make sure y'all, be careful overseas. Another little gem I'm gonna give y'all too, just for free, is that when you guys travel, because I also do consultations too. So this is something I'll put in the consultation, but I'm gonna give y'all the sauce for free. If they ever tell you in any of these African countries or just any country globally that, oh, your card bounced or it didn't go through, can you scan it again, do it again, do it again? The reason they be doing this is because it actually went through the first time and the second time and the third time and the fourth time. But they know since you're a tourist, you're having so much fun just traveling that you're not going to really check your account until maybe you go back home or until, especially if you're only there for a week or something like that, or you moving from country to country or from city all the way an hour to another city, they know you're not going to come back. They'll tell you, oh, okay, well, we're going to refund you that amount, and it's going to take, maybe a week or so for you to get that money back to your account. But really, they're waiting for you to leave the country because once you leave, now you're never getting that money back. They'll try to charge you even 4 times. I had that happen to me once, and I learned from it. And now I've seen it happen in different countries, and I love when I could tell somebody, no, fool, check your machine. Check it again. No, it didn't work, sir. It didn't. I wasn't born yesterday, buddy. I've been traveling for upwards of 6 years globally now. I think I know when I'm being scammed, and my account shows me that they took the money out. So yeah, it's usually 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10 is going to be the fact that your card is good, but they trying to finesse and get some extra money.
On top of the bill. So I was thinking to myself, damn, okay, if that was one time, how much money have I not reclaimed? Because you guys do know at the airport, they have a value added tax place that you can take all your receipts and then all those things that will add up and they can give the money back to you. So if that was $7 off of a bill that should have been, less than $50. In the past 2 years that I've been in Kenya, I probably have $5,000 just in value added tax.
You're missing out.
That is on top of my bill. So that is probably something that you guys need to consider, which is taking all your receipts to the airport and claiming your value added tax, because you're probably leaving a lot of money on the table. And a value added tax is nothing important. It's literally just like a tax, just to have a tax. Let me know what you guys think.
I believe this place right here on you guys' screen is this little weird cone-shaped place. It's a restaurant, I believe.
What do you think about Village Market so far?
Beautiful. When you said Village Market, I thought it would be like,
an outdoor village.
Like our Chinatown in a.
Y'all, is she that bad to you? Like, she don't seem like a bad-looking woman. I think she looks very nice looking. You know what I'm saying? She looked nice looking, But let's listen close. Is this the part where she says she's pregnant? Let's listen close.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it would be like that. Okay, they don't know what that looks like. But yeah, it's like busy. It's a lot of different shops and stuff and street markets and stuff. That's what I thought Village Market was. But this is it's an insane one.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's a very modern, very upscale shop.
And this is just the bare minimum of it. Like, there's more to that side.
Yeah, and this part of town is a lot more green. As you guys can see, there's a bunch of plants everywhere. Throughout this part of the city, there's a lot more greenery. And this is near the UN area, the Gigiri Kitisuru area. So a lot of the embassies and a lot of the UN is back here.
Yeah.
This is personally where I spend a lot of my time.
It would make sense.
Yeah, she knows I'm bougie.
Sometimes.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Thank you for watching till the end. And again, if you did like the video, make sure you give the video a like and subscribe. I am enjoying my time in Nairobi the first half of the trip, and I'll show you guys the second half. $ Auston Holleman. If you want to see more content like this, you can support the channel by hitting the Cash App at $ Auston Holleman. Pay contact with me. You can visit expatfreedomsystem.com. And remember, next week we are going to Ethiopia. So,
y'all give me the timestamp of where the woman said that she was pregnant. They said she said it in the background of the video.
Ladies and gentlemen, twice yearly prep.
Man, they trying to get me copyrighted like shit. I'm off of this. If y'all give me the goddamn timestamp, I'll get back to it. But I'm not about to risk this shit. I ain't playing this game with these people. Austin trying to get that residency for Namibia doesn't allow dual citizenship. Okay. Oh, Namibia doesn't allow dual citizenship. Okay. Hard work pays off says she looks like the main character from come on, man, with the chin in front. Come on, guys. She don't look that bad, did she? Like, golly, man, what's up with the criticism here? Like, she didn't look horrible. A decent woman. I feel like she looked decent, right? Y'all some skeptics, man. Y'all some damn. Shorty can't catch a break, huh? Sheesh. Shorty cannot catch a break. Man, oh man. No, she didn't look bad to me, man. I think she looked like a very beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for the brother. Like, if this is who he's about to get married to, man, she seemed like a decent woman, or he's already married to her. They on their honeymoon right now, which explains why they doing so much. But that's nice, man. I hope all you brothers can find somebody like, like Austin has found that makes him, want to travel with her, makes him want to spin on her, and he just really appreciates her, man. It's a beautiful thing to see, man. It's really hard to find, your perfect match, but they seem like they're getting along really nice. I almost forgot what it feels like to pray with somebody, and I'm not even a big prayer, but I would do it just, for the sake of it. It's it's something about doing certain actions in this life is humbling. I definitely like humbling experiences, because I'm a humble guy myself, but you can always be more humble, Shout out to Jay Rags. He says she's nice looking and seems smart. There we go. That's a great way to end this off, man. It's a great way to end this off. She's not a dime, but she's decent. Smiley says, okay, there we go. See, fellas, y'all can give a compliment. There we go. All right. Yeah, that's all we needed, man. I'm like, damn, I know she don't look horrible. Let's see what y'all dudes messing with. Because I can tell you ain't going to be none of these joints on your screen. Let's see what y'all dudes messing with, man. Let's see what y'all got. You feel me? Everybody put up a picture of their girl right now. Everybody put up a picture of their girl right now, man. It's just not making sense, man. It's not making sense. We need to see what y'all working with, guys. We need to see what y'all working with. Because, yeah, she seemed all right. Anyways, if y'all want to see more content like this, man, you already know, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/traveltriberaw. Link in the description. Ozugu, Google Boogle. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not good with usernames, and it's so small, and some of these names are in different languages, but it's all love. Ozuga Booga Booga says she trying to get that USA citizenship. I don't think Austin's crazy enough to let a woman come back to America with him. I'm not gonna lie. I always say butchering my name. Geez, yeah, my bad. It's really hard. Maybe you can call in and let us know how to say it. Facts no feelings. Facts not feelings says I'd rather rock with average or decent women that's loyal than a pretty. As soon as your back is turned. Yeah, exactly. He's saying he basically rather mess with a woman that's average or decent, that's loyal and that's cool. than a chick that's, for the streets. I understand that. That was well said. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, this was a good live stream. Definitely very, very interesting. And we'll see how their, relationship progresses as time goes on. Okay. We got a lot of content that we talk about here, but I see some folks really like hearing about good brother Austin and the African diaspora. So we'll keep talking about it. Shout out to the African diaspora. Shout out to the melanin people that really get it. I want to end on this note, actually. We've had some people so far that have called in or they have said certain things like, oh, you Black Americans, you guys, and you guys are always talking about Africa, you Black Americans this, you Black foundational Black Americans that. Honestly, guys, me being a foundational Black American, I look at people differently, man. This is how I view the world after traveling around the planet. And I think a lot of these people that are just speaking out their butt, they got to understand that it takes perspective to be able to speak like how I'm speaking. You can't, just become enlightened. You have to get perspective first and understand the way this world works. Clearly, there's some type of divide that they're waging against all of us. And I really do see it. When it comes to the African diaspora, we can see that, we have people that call into certain shows just constantly spreading hate. Even this woman that called in today, she was out here talking crazy. We've had people in the comments talking wild and all this stuff. And honestly, I look at it as like all melanated people from every country I've been to on this planet, every single country I've been to on this planet, have always been at the bottom of their society, no matter what I've seen all around the world. So while I do hear, Africans saying certain things to me and I'm a foundational Black American, if they said it in my face, it would be up. We can run the smoke. It's okay. We can run the fade. We can do what needs to be done. And I will make sure it gets done in the worst way to you. But honestly, I look at a lot of melanated people still as my people, regardless of, what, they're trying, what this divide they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I look at a lot of melanated people as my people, man. Really, I guess my logic, like I was saying this earlier, my logic overpowers their foolishness. So while African diasporas are having their wars and people are being tribalist and people are saying, oh, African Americans this and Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, you guys are dumb and everybody's at odds with each other. I look at it like I'm for the melanated class. Every country I've been to on this planet, I always see melanated people at the bottom. I want us all to rise up to the top. That's how I look at it. That's all I care about. For the tethers and the ones that are hating and don't want to see Black success in any form, you are the one that I want to, have the worst happen to. I'll be humble and say it like that, right? Because I'm a humble guy all of a sudden, right? I'll be humble and say it like that. You're the one that I want the worst to happen to. But for those that understand the true plight of the Black man and Black woman, I only want to rise us up higher so that we can do what needs to be done in this world to live lives that are worth living. Because honestly, the only ones that's going to suffer is the offspring. See, me personally, I'm going to overlook all the foolishness that these African people will say to me as a foundational Black American, because I know that there's still some good Africans. I know that there's good young melanated people in India. I know there's good melanated people all around the world, even in Asia, so I'm going to want the best for them because I always see them at the bottom. It's kind of like rooting for the underdogs. You know what I'm saying? The people that nobody really wants, the people that nobody expects to win. I'm rooting for those ones, right? I'm rooting for us as Black people, man. I really am. I really am. Shout out to the good people in this world that are of different races too. Not all people are tethers. Not all people are, racist. We do have some decent people. But yeah, man, yeah. I can see the good in us melanated people, man. I can see the good in us. I can see the good in us. But we're being held back. We're being held back. And while people say they're foolish things, the good thing is that we can always just look onwards. When you're a logical person, you can look onwards. You don't have to focus on the foolishness that people are saying. You look onwards to better days. You know what I'm saying? So what, these people say some foolish things, online. Who knows if they're even real humans? We don't really know that. They could be AI robots. They could be tethers. They could be whatever they are. Animals, aliens, who knows what they are. But they're not acting at, a healthy human mindset. We see that rambling buffoon called in, just barking and like a rabid dog. I'm like, geez, are you okay? And somebody, I hope somebody takes care of her too. Like she needs some help, seriously. But you know, people have so many different words for the black people, and I just want us to see us all do good. For the Africans, I want to see the Africans rise up. I want to see their governments pour into them and give them, the benefits of their land. You know what I'm saying? For far too long, we've had the African people have been having their resources stolen from their land. Same thing, same as me being encouraging for the African people and wanting to see them succeed. I want them to also want to see foundational Black Americans succeed in getting reparations. There's no reason that people should be saying, oh, Black people shouldn't get reparations in America, blah, blah, after all of our ancestors, after all the work our ancestors put in. There's no reason to that. Why can't we just all encourage each other to want the best for each other? You having your African government, give you some resources and minerals from the land doesn't affect me. If you're a good person, this would only make you happy for the other person for getting these privileges. Same as the African seeing the Black American get reparations. You should be happy to see us getting reparations, getting paid for what our founding fathers in the foundational Black American community did to build this country. You should be happy. We should encourage one another to get these things. That's how I see it. And it's smoke. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's smoke. You know what I'm saying? With the tethers, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's up. It's up there. I don't look at them as us. I'm rooting for the ones that's rooting for me, and for the youth, of course. The youth that don't have the knowledge, I'm rooting for them as well. I always root for our Black babies. You know what I'm saying? They are so important. I always root for them because they ain't even asked to be in part of this world. Y'all selfish mother effers just had them. Just brought them into this world. You know what I'm saying? Just gave them this life. You feel me? Shout out to MWT says facts. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But anyways, that's really all to it, man. Shout out to the people that hit me in the Cash App, $traveltriberaw. Until next time, stay raw, stay real. You already know the deal. Patreon link in the description. We got a lot of great content, and we gone. Holla.